I am kind of happy, not happy, but thankful that the people that I have chosen to antagonize over the years have all just quit YouTube.
You've got more like,
yeah, I got more. Woo! Thank God they didn't end up being like critical or somebody really important.
Yeah, they could ruin me. They could ruin me. They could take me down quick. Probably some people that were called slurs and stuff. Thank God they didn't get a TV show. I mean,
I checked up on one recently. I was like, oh, last uploaded like 2 years ago. We're good. We're all right.
How are my enemies doing right now?
Oh, they're doing horrible? Score! Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Another Forehead Fables podcast. Back at it again. It's me, Sam, and my co-host.
And me, Sam, also.
Yep. We're just laying in the cut.
From the future. From the retro future. I'm just trying out a little vaporwave thing. Might bring in a new crowd or something. So just kind of grasping at straws here.
Trying to see how big we can get that file size.
Yeah. So still, let me know how big it was. So cool.
Yeah, we did a bunch of gifts one year for Halloween and still yelled at us because each of our files were like 25, 26 gigs or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, I'm noticing now in the background.
Yeah, a lot of flickering.
It should be static, but could just be a cool thing. Could try out.
Yeah.
And look, I can even go like me from the retro future, me from right now.
Whoa.
But I'm going to keep it on this one because I think it looks pretty badass.
I think it adds something. Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Everyone likes a bad boy. Everyone likes a little mystery.
Yeah.
And if you cannot see me, well, you're not missing much. So it'll be fine. Imagine me, but blue.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're halfway there.
Yeah.
Imagine it's lower quality than normal. Well, this is our second episode of August, and we are recording it now.
Just another classic, awesome introduction. Okay, so
some music under that.
Fuck that for a second. 1 second. I was talking with Aqua like last night. Saw Aqua for the first time in like 6 months. Played some games with him. And I remembered something that you ever have someone give you like what's called an underhanded compliment. And those always stick with you a little bit longer than a regular compliment does. Cause you go, what the fuck did they mean by that? You know? And Aqua years ago, after he met me at PAX, he goes, you smelled great. I expected you to not. And I was pleasantly surprised you smelled great. And,
natural.
And then I sat there and I go like, what, do I look like a guy that fucking reeks? Like, what's up with that? You know?
Yeah.
And then since then I've realized I don't even, you always talked about your, what was the cologne you got?
Well, I used to be a Versace Eros guy and then I became a Burberry Hero guy. And now I'm experimenting from one of our sponsors with one called Father Figure.
Ooh.
By Fleur.
Ooh.
So
nice. Well, TwitchCon's coming up. I just had my birthday and I thought I'm going to buy myself a cologne. I've never been a cologne guy.
A signature scent, a tough choice, like a Harry Potter wand.
Yeah, well, except for I got like the most generic, just like I looked up like what's something, because I'm not going around sniffing all the samples. I just bought it online.
Case shaped like a revolver or whatever. Is it that one? Okay.
No, it's Chanel de Bleu. And it was like
I know all about the blue. Right?
It was like $150 birthday present to myself. And I got it shipped to my house. And I was like, oh, sweet. Like, I can't wait. I've never really had cologne except for when I was a teenager. I had like Axe body spray, which is
really
not the same.
That's like just Febreze, basically. But
yeah. And so I was sitting there waiting for it. And then I get an image, like, I was looking at tracking and it says like, hey, we delivered your shit. It's a picture of it in my mailbox. I see a picture of it in my mailbox that the FedEx person took. And I'm like, that's weird. FedEx never drops shit off at the mailbox. They that's like illegal for them to do, to open your mailbox and put stuff in there.
Oh.
They have to put it on your doorstep. U.S. Postal Service can put stuff in your mailbox. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got like the shittiest mailbox of all time. It's like one that you would see at the end of a dirt road out in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't close.
What are the numbers on
well,
it?
I'm not telling you that, but it definitely looks like somebody's hit it with a baseball bat a couple times.
Yeah.
And the door doesn't stay closed on it, so you can always just see my mail as you drive by. And I go out to my mailbox. There's nothing in the mailbox. And I was like, oh shit, this is the only time I've ever had someone like steal my mail. And so I figured, did Chanel send like with a little Chanel box? Did the FedEx person just take a picture and then take the box? Did someone drive by and see it and take it? I was honestly pissed. And I'm usually not like the kind of guy to make a stink with shipping people or whatever.
Especially not if you got that cologne.
Well, I was.
Yeah, it was a funny.
Yeah,
joke.
that was awesome. Keep those coming. So I go inside and I contact FedEx and I go, what the fuck? My package wasn't delivered. It was, or, it got stolen or whatever because your guy broke the law. He put the shit in my mailbox. He's not supposed to do that. And then he didn't even close the door, which doesn't close really. And then I was like, I should also put a stop to this. And so I filed the complaint with them. Then I bought a new mailbox. Like a whole new mailbox, because I was like, this is never happening again. I got a nice big square, like
what colors?
What numbers and colors and stuff. It's an awesome mailbox, honestly. I'd love to show it off, but I won't. And then I'm on the phone with FedEx because after I filed the complaint, I got a chance to like talk to a representative about what happened. And I'm sitting there like grilling them, like, what the fuck, dude? You're going to have to replace this. He's not even supposed to be in my mailbox, first of all. And while I'm on the phone, Abby walks in with the shell thing. She's like, it was in the mailbox. I'm like what I was out. I saw the picture on my phone of it delivered. I go out to the mailbox. It's a tube. It's a metal tube. I looked in there. There's nothing. I could see all the way to the back where a bird has built a nest because the door won't close. And I looked in there. I see the nest. No mail.
You saw a little baby bird going.
And he goes, no mail now. It's like the Flintstones. No mail. And I walked back inside. I was like, where did you get? She's like, it was in the mailbox.
Did the mailbox smell like cologne when you went there? Did you use all your senses to investigate? Or
dude, I'm telling you.
Smelled like a dead person.
The series of events do not make sense. Yeah. The series of events straight up do not make sense. And I even sat there and I was like, when did you pick this shit up out of the mailbox? She's like, literally 5 minutes ago. I've been on the phone for like 15, already.
Yeah.
And it had been like an hour since I had done the complaint because then I did about 45 minutes of mailbox shopping. So that kind of like, as I was on the phone, I was just like, I would like to just drop this complaint. My wife just walked in with the package, and
you should have said, "Give me that extra bottle now, bitch." You put me and my wife in confusion.
Yeah, now I'm even more confused.
Very confused. And I bought a new mailbox. You owe me that.
Yeah, they owe me for the new mailbox for sure. Because it's traumatic too because it's displacing a nest of birds. I'm gonna have to tear up their home and smash them.
You owe me 5 new bird eggs.
Yeah, but so I got the perfume or the cologne or whatever. Smells awesome. It's actually really good. It's overall just good compliments. And then I wanted to say, I'm glad you've moved on from Versace Eros Flame.
Yeah, that was a child's cologne.
I was about to say it's not good because I have a family member that is kind of like somebody from Trailer Park Boys that has that in his truck and wears it all the time. And I'm like, dude, you don't want to share a scent with this guy. It's not the person you want to share a scent with.
I ended up sharing a scent with Omid, is who got me on Burberry Hero. I just tried it once at his house and went, that's really good. Yeah. And I ordered some, and then he was like, okay, you just stole my whole smell. But now I'm really liking Father Figure. And I don't like saying the name of it because it does have like kind of a weird, I don't know, it's just not, it's a little creepy sounding. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't want to be a creepy guy. and I don't want to smell creepy.
Yeah.
But it does smell like my daddy. And it smells like a little bit of bourbon, a little bit of lot lizard. But it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Scentbird, thanks for that free. Oh, I remember now. We got those colognes, and then we did not do the ad.
Oh shit.
We did not do the ad.
So it's just like stolen product. That rocks.
Or maybe we did. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to do an extra one, and then let's just call it the ad people's fault.
Yeah,
I think that's what
it's
it
not
was.
our fault.
But it's really good sense. But it is kind of like one of those mind twisters. Of did the guy take the picture, take the stuff out, then put it back in? I mean, did the bird do something?
There's literally, it just doesn't make sense to me. I have no idea what happened.
A glitch in the Matrix, perhaps?
Or, you know what it could be? It could just simply be my mind is shit. Like we were just talking before we started this episode. I completely misremembered something that happened basically a month ago. And Poob's like, Sam, you're telling me a story. I was there with you. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot you were even there. I probably went out and just looked right past the box in the fucking mailbox is mailbox sized. I don't know how I couldn't have seen it.
And then you got into a rage.
And then I got into a fucking insane rage. And almost got a guy to lose his job or something, maybe. I don't know.
Do you ever finish your meals and then you're like, Abby, where's dinner? I'm pissed off. Living like Memento. You need to start leaving little notes for yourself.
Abby, take a picture of me eating
already.
this meal so I don't get fucking pissed off later when my stomach's all grumbly. Yeah.
That's quite the conspiracy.
Dare I say? Yeah.
Mail conspiracy. Because why was it in the mailbox? They're not allowed to do that, I just learned.
Yeah.
Which doesn't, that's weird. I mean, I feel like they could put stuff in your mailbox, but
no.
I'm going to believe that.
Yeah. No,
Even
UPS and FedEx are not allowed to touch your mailbox.
I don't have a mailbox. So I don't
know. You
know.
don't have a mailbox, do you?
No.
Dude, it must be so nice to just not receive mail. After doing like my mom's estate, I had to have all of her shit forwarded to my place. And then now that I'm like my grandma's like guardian or whatever, I had to get all of her shit forwarded to my place. Do you know how many fucking Trump letters I get where they just know that like old people are saps. And so they go like, please help us. You want the Reagan era back, right? Give us some money. I get fucking letters from every Trump. Like 3 of them send letters every month. And then like veterans funds and stuff, like veterans charities. I get like all sorts of crap asking for money constantly.
Money for being a veteran.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do get mail. I mean, I have a system where they can give me mail. Okay, let's just get one thing right. I get it. And when there was a girl that my roommate Happy was dating for, I don't know, a year and a half. I mean, I don't even remember, but she lived with us for a while.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that a lot of the mail I was getting was for her because it was like her full Spanish name. And I just didn't know her as that name. And I would like set that mail to the side and be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why do I keep getting this guy's mail? I just didn't know her last name the entire time.
Yeah.
That she was living in our home, and we're all, we're hung out a lot. No idea though. And I was like, one day I'm like, after she moved out, I'm happy. Like, who is this guy? Who's this guy's mail we're getting? He's like, that's her, right? Oops. I've probably thrown away a lot of her mail. A lot of like love letters from her family and stuff. Was she like, don't let her know how things are back in Central America real bad. I just go boring. I'd open it up every time, throw it away, burn it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, it is funny how a no solicitor's sign can just not be clear to a lot of people because I've been got a lot. I've been got. That guy gave like $100 for a candy bar and he didn't give me any candy and he just waltzed away. A guy came up the other day. I hate when they get all friendly. Okay, I cracked the door this much, and he's like, is that a corgi in there? Let me see that corgi. actually a nice guy, but he just talked to me for like 20 minutes, and he's like, can your corgi come outside? I'm like, I guess. Well, like if he runs away, like what are we gonna do here? Like your fat ass is gonna run after him. I doubt it. And he was there for some breast cancer thing. It was like, he didn't talk to me about what he was selling for a good 15 minutes, and it was just starting to make me, I'm just really bad at saying like, hey,
fuck
man,
off. Yeah.
read this sign
Yeah.
directly to my left that says, I don't want you. But also, I had like $5 in my wallet, so like, I'll just give, when he's done with his fucking speech, I'll be like, here's $5. Thanks. And at one point he was like, what do you do for work? Like, I almost for a second was like, does this guy know who I am? Because I'm going to be very scared. But I just gave him so much information. He's like, what do you do for work? I said, software engineer. He said, well, yeah, I would peg you. I meant to say I would have pegged you. And then he was just like so awkward. And he's like, as a guy that would be in the tech world. And I'm just like, okay, thanks, man. And he kept getting closer and closer to me. And by the end of this, like me cracking the door this much, he's standing like this close to me. And his breath stunk so bad. And he was like, yeah, like as soon as I give you the speech, like me, you, and Pip can get out of here. I'm like, let's not get friendly, okay, pal? Like, I don't know you. And it was just really funny though, because when he said that, like, I would peg you, instead of just moving on very quickly, he did like complete foot and mouth, like, like I didn't mean like in your asshole. I meant like, you seem like a guy on a computer. Yeah. And it threw me off so hard that I'm like, now I'm out of it. Now I don't even remember what I'm doing here. Now I'm getting a little feisty. And yeah, he was just, I think he was just like gonna just, I didn't like it. Not because of the peg comment, but just because of how much he kept being like, it's like
chummy.
We were in on it together, and we both are like, yeah, this is ridiculous, but like, you should give me money. And when I tried to give him $5, he's like, we're not doing cash. Okay, like, do you want money?
Charity or not?
And then he's like, will you sign up? Like, will you pledge to give $20? I'm like, sure, man. Yeah, like, at this point, like, we're best friends, so like, I'm not gonna give him nothing.
Yeah.
And I told him to give him $20. He's like, all right, you have to call someone, and we have to call him at the same time. 5 more minutes. And then he's like, oh, so this is not like a one-time thing. Like, this is a $20 a month. Like, we are out here trying to get reoccurring members. I was like, can I cancel it? And he's like, well, you could, but it's not really what we're looking for. I'm like, yeah, but like, when you leave, could I cancel it? He's like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but they're going to send you a care package, like a shirt and a little bag. I'm like, okay,
yeah, free shirt and bag,
I'll pay for 2 months.
Yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah, like, I love a shirt. So, I mean, I wear them almost every day. And a bag?
Yeah.
Right before a TwitchCon, this could be a great bag to throw into my, catalog.
Yeah.
And so, I'll let you guys know that goes in about 2 months. And I am almost certain that I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to be paying $20 a month for a couple of years.
I love the varying salesman tactics for people doing that shit, where some of them are just like, we're going to start off as friends, and I'm going to be super chummy with you, and I'm going to wear you down on time until you're panicking, looking at any way to get rid of me. And the fastest way of getting rid of me is just throwing money at me. That's going to be my method. There was this,
and that works on me.
That works on me a little bit too, because I have a hard time being mean to someone that's being nice to me. If they're like constant,
I do not find that to be true. But
believe it or not,
believe
it or not, that's my soft spot. If you're being nice to me, I can be mean to you.
Aqua FPS would like beg your pardon, but go on, please go on. How nice you are. Yeah. Tell me more. I'd love to hear this.
Well, I said I had a hard time doing it. I didn't say I was incapable. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I fight against my better nature, and I do it anyways. But there was this guy that had an insane tactic that was it wasn't that at all. That's the one that works on me. This guy that used to go to my mom's work, they had to put up these no soliciting signs just for this one guy. He would show up to my mom's place.
Hey, Garrett. No.
And he would go to the back door. There was a parking lot at the back of the building. And he would pull into the back. And he realized the back door was unlocked. And he would... I remember I was in my mom's office, just like playing with clay and stuff, because she would just have me sometimes as like, I'm going to work. You fucking sit in the corner and draw and like play with Sculpey clay. And I was sitting there.
He'd walk in and go, I came in your back door. Wait. I mean,
Yeah.
I would peg you as a kid. I mean, you are a kid.
Yeah.
I can see. Hold on.
This guy all of a sudden busted into my mom's office, put up an easel and a painting, and with the painting had a cover on it. He put that up in about 4 seconds while he was talking.
Incredible.
He's like, hey, how you doing today? By the way, I have something that you would love. And he pulls the sheet off and he has like oil paintings that he's selling. Like, I guess like mass produced oil paintings. And he's just like, is this one not your fancy? Well, I have this one. And he kept like putting different ones on the easel trying to sell them. My mom's just, imagine just being in your office and a guy walks in and starts selling you oil paintings. And he goes through like 5 of them. I was awestruck. I was like, this is the most aggressive salesman tactic I've ever seen, to just have the balls to waltz into an office building and start selling paintings.
Here's
to
one
people.
of your kid. Don't you want to buy this one?
And my mom's like, probably on the phone talking to a client, like, who the fuck, how did you get in here? Who the fuck are you?
I appreciate that kind of hustle, though. That's like snake oil
It is.
salesman.
Well, what's
like,
great too
charm.
is while he's doing it, he keeps like, he's like, yeah, you gonna buy? He keeps like looking out her door and like checking the hallway to make sure like security isn't on the way, because he probably does this a lot. And he kept coming back, and he ended up selling to somebody in the office because they were just nice, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, they were like, once he sells once, he's coming back, you know? He's like, I heard you ladies like pictures.
Chum in the water.
I got different stuff. What's your fancy? And eventually they had to put like these huge signs. Like it looked like caution signage outside the door. It was like, no soliciting, no soliciting, no soliciting.
Painters will be shot.
Yeah. They
Survivors
always lock the door.
Again.
And that way that he would have to go through the reception. And he tried doing it to the receptionist, and she wasn't having it. She's like, get the fuck out of here. But that's kind of an awesome salesman tactic, I think.
It is. It's just so in your face that you're kind of in awe that he's made it into your office.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the easel is pretty nice, I'd probably, hell, I mean, I'd buy one. I don't know how much they are.
Yeah. And
then once you got one oil painting, you might as well start your own little gallery at your house. I'll take 50 of them. I'll buy everything you got. Never mind. I don't know if I've said this before because most of my memory ain't too sharp. But there used to be children that lived at the end of my road. I don't know. I was also a child, but they had a hard time. Like their mom had died. Their dad was kind of a nerd. And I don't think he was home much or some shit. I don't know. But they'd come over all the time and be like, hey, can I play Xbox? And I didn't like them. They were weird. Yeah. I mean, I was doing my own weird stuff. On my free time, I didn't want these little weird, they're really quiet too. They're just kind of odd. And my mom, though, felt really bad. So she'd be like, yeah, you can come in and play. And then once they got a taste of Xbox, because they didn't have any video games or anything, they're very hungry for it. And they'd come over all the time, even when I wasn't home. And they'd go in like the basement door and just start playing Xbox. My older brother would be like, what the fuck? Who are these little kids just like kind of in my area? And when my mom got married to my stepdad and he moved in, they came once and were like, hey, we're here to play Xbox with Sam. He's like, yeah, Sam's not here. And they're like, that's fine. We're allowed in here all the time. He's like, who are you? Like, no, like, get away. And he had, he had the gall to just tell him to fuck off. And they never came back, really, which at the time I was like, that was really harsh. Like, that's pretty rude, but kind of solved the issues with, you get home from school, you don't want to share your Xbox with kids you don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe with a friend you do one-on-one off, but with strangers. And I went to their house one time and very, very weird vibes. Well, now I'd say like very well lit, but it was very dim. No overhead lights at all. And just kind of dark, kind of dank. Very nice house, but not a lot of love.
Yeah.
Definitely missing a mother's touch.
You ever like go to someone's house and then their house is very they just got something going on where you're like, I didn't expect this from you. I had a kid that I always thought was like the coolest fucking kid. He could skateboard in middle school. You know, wasn't a poser. He didn't walk around with the skateboard. He would actually just be like, all right, guys. And he would like jump on it and do stuff. He had tricks that he could do, which was cool. I was like, oh shit, the board's leaving the ground. This guy's advanced. And he was also just liked by everybody. You go over to his house, not a single piece of artwork on the walls. An entire wall in his house is just hundreds of crucifixes that have been arranged in some sort of crucifix gallery.
Like ultra crucifix made out of them. Yeah. That's cool.
And then above his bed is also one of the crosses that's like on a chain, so it's like leaning. So when you're laying in bed, you can like see God like over you, watching you. I'm like, this is such a like.
You prayed today.
Be religious all you want, but there's a limit where it starts getting fucking weird. You know,
if it starts, if you're, well, I guess
if your religion doesn't want you to have a badass Thrasher poster on the wall, when I know that's probably what that kid wanted, and instead his parents are like, have this giant crucifix so Jesus can make sure you're not masturbating at night.
Assume it's entirely his parents.
Yeah, probably.
I doubt he wanted a little hanging cross looking over him while he jerked off and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's parents' ultimate control over your bedroom. I envied a lot of those kids that got to have like cool poster walls and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a couple pinups and stuff, but I mean, the coolest thing about my room was it's not cool, but I've definitely talked about this, but when I look at myself and I see I'm blue, I see that blue room. I wish you could have seen it. Just everything the same shade of blue, and the only light just like you're in a spaceship, like ring LED, or I don't know what it was, but it was blue, and it casts a blue shadow over blue walls and blue drawers, and there was no art, no posters, just blue paint everywhere. And it started to feel like it was driving me insane.
Yeah, that
like it genuinely started fucking with me, I think. And my sheets were blue and my bedding was blue. And it's taken me like a long time since then to be like, I think blue still is my favorite color. But anytime someone would ask, I just go dark green. Something happened with blue. It's like when you get food sick. Yeah. It's like, or food poisoning. Like, I know deep down I do love that. But I just am going to need some space from it. I'm going to need some time.
Yeah.
And when I bought that green water bottle, and I was like, it's too dinosaur-y. I think that's when it kicked in where I'm like, and then you can't really tell because it's going to be some ridiculous ass color. This is actually blue. I know it looks green and it's completely disproving, but I ended up trading it out for a blue one because I think I'm ready to go back to enjoying some blues.
Mm.
And that's why I'm doing this filter, guys, because
you're in your blue phase. You're in your blue time.
Yeah. Green and blue.
Well, guys, very exciting segue that I'm going to do now. Into
very natural.
Well, I'm gonna start the segue and then I'm gonna go get another beer and piss.
Oh, and I think that light was a conspiracy from my mother to. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. It's the thing about conspiracies.
I asked you guys to send in speak pipes on what was a conspiracy theory that you think might actually be true. And because there's some, I remember, by the way, very vividly, you poo-pooed a conspiracy theory that I legit think is possibly real. Yeah, you. It was the dead internet theory that like a bulk of the stuff posted on the internet is from bots. Oh. And you were like, nah. And then segue to something else. I was like, dude, I don't know. I'm feeling it. But then since the rise of like Chat GPT and AI and everything, it feels like a lot of it is. It feels like a lot of it's just regurgitated shit. And that's the one that I think is real. But I'm going to go grab a beer. And then I'm going to see, there was 900 speak pipes sent in. We're not going to get through 900. Okay.
So we could probably do about a 6-hour episode right now.
No, we're going to probably do like.
Blow through these.
25 of them, maybe out of 30.
Jeez.
30.
Still seems like a lot, but okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a little bathroom break, little intermission. Stalt, play that epic intermission.
Get back to it.
Yeah.
All right. From the Speak Pipe, this one is from Samuelson.
There can't be more than like 80,000 people in the world. You know, that's just even 80,000 is like too many. It's just not. There's just not that many. It can't be.
That is the worst conspiracy theory.
Well, it's kind of like dead internet theory, but on a grander scale.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's not many people.
You know, that is an awesome conspiracy theory. If you listen to that guy, he's from Australia or like New Zealand. I feel like it's kind of a more sparsely populated country. And so on your day to day, you know, you think like there can't be that much out there. But have you ever been to like a super Walmart or a Costco? All that shit that's just floating around those stores was made by the billions of people that are in China. There's no way that 80,000 people have created all the shit that's floating around in the Pacific.
Billions and billions, probably tens of billions of people are making all your little toys.
Little gizmos and gadgets.
I think there's actually a lot more than they say. So
that could be a possibility, yeah.
I'm gonna try being the like guy that's like I'll do a thing where I'm like, I actually think your conspiracy's not right, and it's the opposite. That could be like a funny Vice.
Yeah, I think there's actually
whatever.
20 billion. I think there's way more. Yeah, they're underselling by a large margin.
Idiot.
This one's. Oh wait,
I think I'm gonna do a little bad boy thing during this.
This one's from Chase.
Hey boys, it's less than a conspiracy theory and more just a joke on the podcast. But at this point, I fully think that Poob is gay. I mean, it's getting pretty difficult to fight those allegations, and at this point, I think he is just, if not in the closet outwardly, I think he's just in denial. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate and say he's actually the straightest guy in the world. So
I'm also gonna say, just for my own ego, that I don't think he's gay because he didn't come on to me once when I was over there, and I showed some dick root in the kitchen when it was just me and him.
Yeah, that was pretty uncomfortable, but yeah, he did.
Yeah. I whispered to Happy, I was like, can you make yourself look a little bit uglier when I'm in the room? Could you do something? And so he
wore shorts with an asshole slit and no underwear, but kept dropping nickels over. So,
and I kept texting him while I was like, think Happy's asleep. I'm in River's bed, doors unlocked.
Yeah.
And
I go, okay, well, try to go to bed.
He said, do you need like a glass of water or something? Like melatonin? Yeah. I'm gonna say that one's undecided.
I already
jury's
said
out on
that. I
one.
was gonna go against him no matter what. So, all right, next one.
Yeah, this one's from Jake. Thanks for writing in, Chase. That was a great speak pipe. Thank you for that one.
Thanks, Chase.
It's not a conspiracy theory I think to be true. It's one that I know is true. It's that octopuses are not from planet Earth originally. They're from somewhere in space. They're too slimy and weird and gross and smart to be from here originally. And I think that the aliens are already on our planet and they're living right in front of us.
Well, I'm smarter than an octopus and I'm from here, so I don't really get how that makes any sense, but except for that they're slimy. And go to TwitchCon, you'll see some pretty slimy guys. And have you seen my octopus teacher? I have not, but I know you can be friends with one. Would not expect to be able to be friends with an alien. So.
I will say it is odd that they apparently they've broken down their genome or whatever, and their
genome, like from a garden.
Yes, yeah. They apparently they developed eyesight in a different way than we did. No, I'm not fist pumping that. Don't even stop trying.
Oh, an octopus developed eyesight different than a person? Oh, that's very shocking. Wow,
no, I mean, like, most eyes
So
that
different.
creatures have are developed evolutionarily on the same path,
mantis shrimp.
you know? And apparently theirs is completely different. They're their own little offshoot. Very strange creatures. That being said, there's also weirder shit out there. And there's like cuttlefish. And there's I don't know. I don't maybe octopi might be that my alien has landed here type creature, but there's also just other things that look like octopus. Maybe if it was just like
krakens, Cthulhu's,
squid,
stuff like that.
like
Yeah, squid
are already there.
Squidbillies. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying it. And I'm not just in that because I'm now the bad boy of the podcast going against the curve. But
no, that one.
What would be like? You think someone would just drop them here and be like, just hang out? Or
they arrive on an asteroid and survive the impact. I don't know. What do you think? They're making a ship?
Asteroid.
A ship and just landing?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't fly
These
here.
fucking things
Someone
can't even develop awesome clothes like we can. So there's no way they could build a ship.
barely escape an aquarium.
Yeah.
Like, they're...
And by barely, I mean
And
they're pretty good at it, but escaping an aquarium is a lot different than escaping another planet's atmosphere, traveling.
Unless they live on a big glass planet that's filled with water, then it's exactly like an aquarium.
Aquarium in the sky.
Unless it just went right over Earth the one time and they jumped out, then I could buy that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Jake.
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
This one's from Keegan.
Hey, Samuel and Poob. You know, I've been listening to you guys for years now, and I just want to say that you guys never fail to put a smile on my face. Thanks for all the great work.
That's just a really sweet thing to
I
say.
thought you
but
were going
not
against the
necessarily-
grain on all these.
Oh, wait. I think we put a frown on your face, you little fucker.
No, that one's just
And-
nice. That one's not. I'm calling that conspiracy theory true. That one's.
And I'm saying, ain't no way. This is like reality TV where they always have a guy. Like, they don't even need a bad guy most of the time. And they're just like, I don't think so. I'm not buying it. We're like the Property Brothers, and I'm Country Brother.
Yeah. This one's from Nightman.
Ooh.
What's up, guys? Nightman here. So, I know this one's a little out there. It's a little crazy. It's a
I
little
actually think it's the
wacky.
norm.
All right. So, to be honest, I think Bryan's still alive. In fact, I think he's alive and well. And you guys have just been hiding him from us.
I think we killed him. And I saw him die, and I saw his blood shoot out of his head. Boom. Truth bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard from him in a while. So, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
He could he could be dead. He could be alive.
No, he's I don't want to say he's alive. I want to say I'll admit this is the time.
He's breathing.
This is the time, I'll admit he's in hiding right now. He's
in a form of stasis that's not necessarily dead nor alive. He's in something in the in-between world. Ever seen Flatliners? He exists sort of in a
limbo,
purgatory of his mind.
No, he's been going so fucking hard on this stupid, like, it's like a fighting game that they put Pokemon into. They put like all these like
sounds like literally the most up his alley video game I've ever heard of, so it does not surprise me.
It's some fighting game where they just put licensed characters into it. I don't even know if it's legal. And
probably not. Pokemon's so hard to get licensed.
Yeah. And and that's all they've been playing. It's just like there's like league characters in there that you can play as. There's like Pokemon, there's fucking everything. There's just every single like video game character is in this game.
Peter Griffin?
I'm sure there's probably a Peter Griffin, yeah. I think there's like hundreds. And they just sit there and play that all day and scream at each other.
The chicken? Family
that
Guy,
would actually, that would be a fun matchup.
That's a fight I would play. That would be that's a classic matchup.
It is. That's awesome. You know those
Yeah.
UFC games? How you can like make your own characters?
Yes,
I would love if they
I?
lit like custom characters, like really go crazy. It would be awesome to make a
WWE
Peter
games.
Griffin and a chicken, and then just
WWE games let you go pretty crazy with the character.
really.
In college, my roommates and I had a freak league where we would do the UFC character creation. We'd spend hours making a character, and then we'd set up like extensive brackets. It's probably the most we ever put our mind to as a group ever, which is pretty sad because ultimately not a lot of work.
Yeah.
Very fulfilling. And we'd have brackets, and you just let the computer fight each other. And we would get very heated about our characters because we also had a thing, if they lost 3 times, they got deleted.
Ooh.
And like people would spend like hours making their character and perfecting. Then we had a set amount of stat points you could put in. You know, you can make them a grappler or a brawler or whatever. Very fun. I always thought that'd be a really fun stream thing to do. I know like streamers have done that and YouTubers and stuff, but very, very fun idea.
I remember me, Bryan, and Bizzle did Wrestling Empires, and we made a full roster of custom characters. Each of them, we even had like backstories that were written for some of them, and then we would make like these themed fights and shoutcast the fights as the AI just fought. And the second I posted it, like the first comment was, "Jerma already did it." I was like, "Oh, fuck, dude!" Like
Simpsons did
it.
it.
Jerma is the Simpsons of streamers. Like he's done it all. He's been around for so long.
I guess he's done a vaporwave thing already, where it's like this awesome kind of just vaporwave theme.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure
like making people laugh, and like they love that I'm blue and I'm not hurting their eyes or anything. So
I'm sure there's some person that's like on the subway right now looking at it.
I think I've already made myself blue before on here, but that was more of a Dr. Manhattan thing. This is more of a vaporwave thing. So kind of a big difference.
This one's from Brendan W.
I don't believe women come. It's never happened to me. I've never seen it happen in real life. I've seen videos of it, but it could be doctored and edited. It's just a sham.
I do love the this guy's joking, but there is a level of denial that some people have. Have you ever seen like, you know, obviously on Reddit there's a lot of pornography on there, and if there's ever like a video with an incredibly endowed guy, there's always people in the comments are like, "That's a fake dick. Dicks don't get that big. There's no way that penis is that big because my penis could never be that big." Yeah. I'm like, dude,
it's physically impossible to do more than 2 pumps and for your penis to be large. I don't know. I kind of get, I mean, I've probably been in some of those threads typing away. But since I mean, I don't know. This conspiracy's got legs, because I remember when I did that doorbell thing, I didn't see any. I mean, I don't know how it'd work. I'm assuming they shoot come out like we do.
Like we do, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get any in my face, so. Or on my fingers. So, well, thanks, Brendan.
Yeah, thanks for the write-in, Brendan. This one's from Stephen.
Now, if you both could just lend me your ears as I flip through my carefully written notes.
What am I, Mr. Potato Head, right?
Yes. My hypothetical theory you have graciously requested in this speak pipe. Poob Is Gay.
Thanks, Steve, for writing in.
A lot of build-up.
Yeah,
a lot of build-up. I did like the build-up. I thought it was going to go somewhere else. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, thanks for that. By the way, a little break. Did you have any, just so we can have a little break in these speak pipes, you do anything over the past couple of days? Go anywhere?
I went to a regular bar and I had a regular time.
Yeah. Okay.
And there were the only poppers they had were for a birthday party. Okay, they shot confetti. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, thank you.
And what's the next one?
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
And the next one is
Sussy Hawk.
Hey, Poob. Loving the haircut. Howdy, Sam. Also,
Thanks.
loving whatever you're doing with your hair. Great, by the way. Both looking like a couple studs. Conspiracy theory, I think, is true. I think Wendigoon kind of convinced me pretty well about the MLK assassination. At this point, I'm not sure it's classified as a conspiracy theory, but there's just too much evidence.
He got cut off at the end.
He got cut off, and it requires us to have watched that Wendigoon video.
What, MLK's assassination?
Well, I mean, I know, like but I don't know if Wendigoon does any like further
investigating.
Like, it's even more of a conspiracy.
I've heard I think it was the FBI had sent like a bunch of letters, or no, they had like internal memos that were leaked where they had like tried basically doing a smear campaign against him. They did not like that fucking guy for whatever reason. Probably because he was a black guy.
I can't think of any reason off the top of my head.
This was during the era where they were just like giving black dudes syphilis and going like, well, let's see what happens to their fucking brain. So if they were doing that to just random black guys, I'm sure a prominent black guy that's talking about
the king of black guys. Yeah.
Talking about like socialist stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they probably shot him dead. I'm surprised it wasn't more just like a CIA car pulling up and going like, "We're the fucking CIA, fuck you," and gunning him down.
But I am the guy that says the opposite. I think he killed himself. And I don't want to be on record saying that, but
the weight of his blackness was weighing him down, and he decided to kill himself.
Yeah, I think it was suicide. I don't want to just like always have to say the opposite, but
hey, dude,
maybe sometimes.
It's a bit. You have to commit to it, okay? That one I actually legit 100%. I agree with that. I think not the CIA, FBI. I think the FBI probably killed him. I feel like that one's plausible, not confirmed, just plausible. This one's from Fodder.
Okay, there, it's working now. Hello, good morning. I say good morning, but it's 3 p.m. My name is, I guess I'll go by Fodder. I guess the conspiracy that I believe in is, I think everyone's always waiting for the apocalypse. I think it's already happening. I think some stuff has been set into motion that are irreversible, and right now we're just waiting for the big explosion. I think it's already happening.
Doomer. I think that the world's a freaking party and that it's only going to get better. And after the party's the after party. And I think everybody's going to get along and there's not going to, hey guys, no more bombs. And
I don't even think that's a conspiracy theory. I think scientists have come out and said like, there's an insane amount of species that are just dying off right now. And they're not coming back.
Like creature species, like who even gives a shit about them unless they taste good, right?
That's true. Like 60% of like insects have died. All insects, they've been like eviscerated.
Well, I wonder if it's because people that hire mosquito Joe types blow down their woods.
I didn't say I felt bad about it. I said it happened. Okay, I said it fucking happened. These are bugs that would bite me, bite my kids, and I can't abide by that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a guy that just recently had a tick thing happen to me that I don't want to get back into. I would be okay if some bugs were gone forever. Yeah. And then you get into all but some good creatures need to eat them.
That's true.
Well, if you're a good creature, you'd eat something awesome like an apple or I don't know.
Fucking burger or something.
Leaves. Yeah, hamburger.
Yeah.
So if you're a creature that has to eat a bug to survive, anteater, I don't really give a shit if you get wiped off the face of this earth. And that's a real thing, I believe.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, I wonder, we need to get like a bug expert on here and be like, what?
It's called like orthologist.
Bugologist.
Yeah.
Like it's called a bugologist.
Is it like served with an eye or something? I always get the bug and
I thought it was an
bird one
entomologist.
confused.
Or is that?
Yeah, I mean, is that for this? Okay, let me just look it up before I do any more guessing and make myself look even dumber. Bug, and the word I would follow that with is maybe bug scientist. Mm-hmm. Entomologist, you're right.
Oh, look at me.
What's a bird scientist called? Ornithology. Yeah, I was going to
say avianologist, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like it would make sense, but it doesn't. I forget what oh yeah, I was gonna say we should get a bug expert on here, and then I just want to ask him if we just completely eradicated mosquitoes, what would be the domino effect of like what would happen?
Yeah.
Because it
would
sounds
bats be okay.
Yeah, bats. I'm sure would die off. There's no fucking bats around anymore, anyways.
Yeah.
There's no like lightning bugs around anymore. There's no bats around anymore.
Yeah. The only time I see bats anymore is at the ball game. I'm just not doing well tonight. I think it's the filter. It's throwing me off. These are just not going the way I want them to go. And I just assume the audience isn't loving it either, but okay. I'm just going to pipe down a little bit.
There's one of our truck driver audience guys that just, he did. No, he turned the wheel just 20 degrees and went into a fucking tree. he like turned into oncoming traffic effect. Because of that.
He killed my parents.
This next one's from Jack O. Headshot.
Hello, Sams. I'm sending this from Czech Republic, the land of meth and amateur porn. My conspiracy, I believe, is related to the new Deadpool movie, so I hope you already had the movie talk this podcast. But it is essentially about when a core being, the main character in the universe dies, their universe slowly withers and dies around them. And I believe this is happening to our universe, since things have been going down a steep hill since Harambe died. What do you think? Also, when is Die of Laughter coming?
Just
did not catch the end of that because it cut out, so not going to address the end of that one.
I was going to say Die of Laughter is not coming back. Second of all, imagine trying to like get women with that accent. Like that accent is insane. Hold on,
it could be. An accent can work.
I'm sending this from Czech Republic, the land of meth and amateur porn.
What does that say? Meth and Emma Tampon or something? What was that?
I'm sending this from Czech Republic, the land of meth and amateur porn.
I don't know what he's saying there. What is that?
It's maybe some sort of freaky deaky Czech talk. I don't know. So his questions ultimately, because in the movie he explained it pretty well, but if like the most important person,
if the main character dies, what happens to the NPCs?
Yeah.
And Harambe, he thinks the main character of our universe was a fucking gorilla in a zoo. It's possible.
Now, I think it would be...
Who do you think?
Maybe RGB. Ruth Conda forever. But I don't know. Yeah, I would say because I'm no.
Yeah,
I would say no
because
because it's just a little ridiculous, and I don't really like to get into kind of the ridiculous elements of these kinds of things. So
we're realists on this show, first and foremost. Yeah. Second of all, my life has done nothing but get better since Harambe died. I'm glad he's dead, if anything.
Yeah. All the memes. I made a killing off those memes, posting those on Instagram, Twitter. So it kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier, but if maybe more famous animals would die, that would be even more better for what we're going for. Was he famous
before he got killed?
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
okay.
I think was he... they always send you your roses when you can't smell them. I don't think he was like a Shamu.
Yeah.
But I think he was probably in the Cincinnati area, like a pretty popular gorilla.
Probably the most popular gorilla in Cincinnati.
I would assume, or maybe people just everyone likes, a dead hero or something. I don't really know where I'm going with this. And I'm kind of just going to trail off.
Gotcha. Didn't Shamu murder people?
Now that is kind of the opposite of what Harambe did. Because Harambe was like protecting that kid, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He was like dragging him around like, okay.
He killed 3 people.
Okay. And he died in 1971.
There's no way Shamu died in 1971.
Is that real?
There's no way. No.
And it was only 9 years old?
1999. Dead body was found floating in the pool at SeaWorld Orlando. Kelty Byrne was killed in 1991.
By not Shamu.
By Tillicum and 2 other orcas. There's
been multiple orcas named Shamu. And the original Shamu died in 1971.
What the fuck?
And they like mistreated the shit out of it, and it died.
Can you believe it?
And then they kept naming them Shamus, and they kept killing.
Maybe it's the name.
Yeah. I don't know the origin of that word, but maybe it's...
Those things scare the hell
Well,
out
they
of me.
are
Have you ever
called
seen like
killer whales?
Yeah, those whales do not fuck around, dude.
No, they're horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, they kill sharks and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be around one.
Have you ever seen like, people love the killer whales because they just have a certain majesty to them. But have you ever seen those like videos of the seals that are on the ice floats and they're just absolutely distraught because orcas are circling them and creating waves that rock their little ice thing over
It's
and
like
over?
the worst part of every nature doc.
Yeah. You get to see your favorite animal turn into a fucking psychopath. And I love how when the seal's sitting there on his little ice thing, the orcas come up and they just stare at him for a second just to get an eye at their food before they knock it into the water. And
they're very intelligent, very creepy.
Yeah, very creepy. I don't like things that are also smart that are not human. that weirds me out. Yeah, like an octopus, orca,
dolphin.
Like smart dogs kind of weird me out if they're aggressive,
Oh yeah, because they might like trick you.
Well, an aggressive dumb dog, they'll just be like, I want to kill this guy. But like a fucking border collie can open a door, Yeah. They might.
It can know when you're sleeping.
Yeah, it might catfish me on Facebook and come to the dog kennel behind the house.
I'm a woman that wants to have sex with you.
I'm a busty brunette. Come to the doghouse behind the house. With a blindfold on, I'll suck your dick.
Don't bring a big net. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure you're not going to bring a big net, right? I have a thing about that. I do not like that. That's funny. A dog that would type that. Now, that's the kind of ridiculous I can get behind. Now, that is kind of classic.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jacko Headshot, for that, for spurring that.
For that awesome imagery. Thank you.
Yeah. This one's from Kirkland.
So, hello there, Sam 1 and Sam 2. Whichever one you'd want to be you can.
I'm Sam 2.
Choose.
Damn it.
But I remember a couple of, like 8-9 years ago, Sam was having a big problem with bugs. All right. And nowadays, I think Sam is actually controlled by those same bugs, those same beetles and what have you, maybe some arachnid of some sort. That's why he's much more kinder than he was back in the day. And that's why his videos suck worse.
Okay. We're gonna break this down. This is like an onion. Okay, this has layers to it. First of all, Kirkland, thanks for writing in.
He's meaner than ever, and his videos are better.
Okay, we're gonna start with the bugs from my previous house. Okay, those bugs were eradicated. I did a complete military campaign where I killed them, I killed their kids, I killed their kids' kids. I found their breeding ground and I blew it up. I put borax powder in every crevice of that house. I went under the house and I put bait out so that even if they got on my property and they somehow just found like, oh, I'm just going to hang out under this guy's house. I'm not even going to go in it. I'm just going to hang out under it. They would get fucked up and die. That place was bugless when I was finished with it. And then I moved out and somebody else got to rent it and it was a perfect bug-free environment. Whoever lived there before me was an animal and I guess just left out food all the time. But that...
Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
Do you think a bug could ever capture the hearts of America like a Harambe or Shamu?
That's a great question.
Do you think there could be a bug so cute and so somehow it's doing something like maybe if... I don't know what the cutest bug is. I guess a butterfly. If a butterfly like painted a picture kind of, and then if it died, you think we could get some...
I was thinking it would have to be like a ladybug or maybe what... Have you seen a macro photo of like one of those jumping spiders? They look cute.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe if you gave one of those like a little top hat and a cane or something...
it's the one, Marcel in a shell or whatever. There was a snail that captured a lot of hearts, but I believe it was stop motion and not real.
Yeah.
But maybe a really cute one. I don't know, guys.
But how would
Send
that
us a
work?
picture of the
Would
cutest
somebody
bug
throw
and
their
then-
child into a snail's terrarium and then they have to gun the
Well, it
snail
doesn't have
down?
to be a killer. Like maybe the bug just lands on a guy and then he just like swat. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's not thought out.
Yeah.
It's just a question
Hmm.
that has a lot of different answers.
Yeah. Well, back to this guy's
Anyway, sorry,
statement.
go, yeah.
The fucking bugs did not win. Okay. I will not. I'm going to say that was a victory when I left that place. The bugs did not get me. 2, I got nicer because I had kids and I had a little bit of warmth coming into my life. And I also just have to deal with kids are irrational. They just lash out at each other. And I'm not going to be one of those parents that just goes like, fucking shape up and flinch check them 24/7. You know, eventually you just have to go like, well, why are you upset? Let's talk our way through this.
This does remind me of our phone call from yesterday or earlier. I don't remember. But don't you ever wish you could shrink down to their size and make it a fair fight?
I do, yeah.
So I pose this to you listeners. If you could shrink down to the size of a child, would it be okay to fight with them or not? Because you would be much more coordinated.
Yeah.
And you would probably have a set of skills.
If I had the Ant-Man suit, I would, because there's sometimes where like Madeline's not even being a little shit. She's just being like, just going out of her way to be an asshole sometimes. Yeah. She'll steal something and I'll be like, hey, can you fucking not? And she's like, I can't help it. I feel like,
and then you wish you could go.
Yeah, I wish I could shrink down to the size of a 6-year-old, so there's no ethical problems there, and then just full ass do like a Mortal Kombat like bicycle kick across the room, kick her up into the ceiling fan.
Yeah, I mean she's in karate now, so it might be.
No, she's not in karate. She's in taekwondo. Okay, that's a fake martial art. Right. That's what fucking people do when
probably like karate.
It's yeah. I think karate's a fake martial art too. I don't think anybody's ever gotten in a street fight and kicked somebody's ass because they took taekwondo or like karate.
What if they were trying to block their face with a 2x4 or something? You might have a real problem on your hands. But.
Yeah, I'm coming at you with a piece of balsa wood. Oh, yeah, she would be able to snap it in half in an instant.
It's already pre-cut a little bit. If you break it, it will hit me in the face and maybe kill me. I don't know.
And then the third part that this guy said is he said, my videos ain't so good anymore. Dude, go pick up one of those videos. One of my recent ones made in the past couple years. Go watch an old one in comparison. Okay. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Now, I will concede that just like everything else in this world, there's going to be at some point a point where your interest in something I'm making intersects with whatever I'm making. And then eventually they might diverge. And there's no problem with that. There's some people that are like, hey, you should go back to making kimchi videos. I'm like, I've kind of done that up a little bit. I'm kind of over it. And there's some people that like what I'm doing now. There's some people that, there's a guy that messaged me earlier and he was just like, I think your best videos were your Fallout 4 videos. There was a moment just like 3 years ago where I had all of my Fallout 4 videos highlighted. I had every single one selected on the YouTube creator panel. And I was hovering over the delete all button where I was like, these all suck so bad. I think I would be for the better if they were just gone. If they were just gone out of the catalog. Sucked. Yeah, they just sucked. And yeah, but that was that guy's like main squeeze. He loved them.
Well, you can't make everyone happy, I guess, is the lesson.
That's the lesson.
And you can't be at fault is another lesson. It's on you guys. So
exactly. Yeah.
You're not growing. It's on you.
Yes. All right. But anyways, thank you, Kirkland, for the awesome message.
Yeah.
And Jono, here is your speak pipe.
Jono.
Hi, Sam. My conspiracy theory that I believe to be true is that the Khamar-Daban Incident, which is a case in Russia where a group of hikers started bleeding out of their eyes and ears and foaming at the mouth and smashing their heads against rocks until they died, probably wasn't a case of hypothermia. They were probably testing like nerve agents on random people in the middle of nowhere because, hypothermia doesn't involve you bleeding out of your eyes and ears typically.
I have no idea what the fuck that guy's talking about, but he said Russia. Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
They don't exactly hold humans in very high regard.
But as the guy that says the other thing, sometimes when you get so cold, you do start bleeding. And sometimes you get so cold, you just want to kill yourself by bashing your head against a rock. Have you ever been at one of those ice bars? Because I have, and it was pretty cold. And at a point, I was bleeding a little bit out of my asshole. And now that I remember, that was from something else that had happened earlier that day. But
at a normal bar.
Seriously.
Yeah.
At an ice bar. It's when I tried to sit on something that was not a chair.
When we were in Vegas, I wanted to go in that ice bar so bad at like 3 p.m. Like at the hottest part of the day. I was just like, it's so fucking hot. Can I just go in there for like 15 minutes? Just a quick 15-minute beer. How quickly
I
when you
love that place. I loved it because the floor was pretty icy, so you could kind of just glide dance.
Yeah.
You could slide all around, and they had a spiked hot cocoa.
Wait, the floor was icy?
Yeah, a little.
What's their insurance premiums there? Where it's like, yeah, we're gonna be serving beer, we're gonna get people drunk as shit, and the floor is slick as ice, baby, slick as ice.
I don't know. It was very cool though, and only a little sad that for most of the time we were in there, we were the only two people in there. But they did give us big fur coats and gloves. And we bought the baller package, so we got a free hat. Well, I guess it wasn't free. It was like $40 hat, but
we bought something and then we got a free hat.
But we also got a free photo. Well, I guess the photo is probably. Well, we got a $40 photo and hat. Where else are you gonna get that? I don't know. Send me an email of a cheaper picture and hat deal. And I think we got 2 drink tokens.
Yeah.
2 free drinks.
That's pretty good. Guys, I have a better deal for you. Small price of $5, you get free access to every podcast episode on Patreon.
A free episode a month if you just spend $5. That's as cheap as 20 seconds in an ice bar. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
On a hot day, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
In a desert, would you not spend $5 for salvation?
This one's from Dan T. This one's only short as hell, too.
Danny T.
Mattress Firm is just a front. There's no reason to have that many in cities and towns. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it good.
That was, without a doubt, the creepiest way of saying that. But that is one, I think I've spoken about this conspiracy theory on this podcast before. 100% I agree with this one. It's legit.
Yeah, something's going on.
Something's going on. There's like 6 mattress firms in Tallahassee, and nobody's ever at them. And think about it, if you're laundering money, like how many mattresses do you have to sell to clear $20,000?
I don't
like 3,
20 of them.
No,
oh.
Yeah, they can't be that.
I don't know how much a mattress is.
Well, that's the thing is like you could say like
I do need a new one.
Premium mattress, they'll sell for several thousand. I just feel like it's a great way to launder money because you don't have to lose that much merchandise to launder, $20,000-$30,000.
Have you ever looked up this is probably the rabbit hole we went down before, but like how often you're supposed to? Granted, it's probably the big mattress telling you this.
Yeah.
Big mattress, what, like a California king? But it's probably big mattress telling you this. That's actually pretty funny. But moving on. But you're supposed to replace them every 5-10 years or something. And the mattress I have my mom always, when I'd be like, can I get a new mattress? She's like, this was a really nice mattress when I bought it 15 years ago. And that was about 20 years ago. This might be like entering like a 40-year-old mattress. And I don't know if this is a sign of like how much dead skin's in it and piss and stuff. It weighs about 500 pounds and it's just a twin. So I'm not totally sure. But it is, when I think about if I could shrink down and go in it, I mean, it is comfortable. It's a comfortable mattress. So do I really need a new one? I don't know.
I
bet
feel
it's
like
gross.
that 8 year, like you need to replace them every 8 years, is probably a relic of ye olden times where you had springs in your mattresses and they were made with more organic materials. I have my mattress is a big foam slab.
Like, how long ago were they doing that? Like 40 years ago, 30 years ago?
I mean, like even in the 90s and stuff, early 2000s,
Okay, cool.
they still had springs and stuff in them. Mine's just like a big foam mattress. I mean, what's going to go wrong with it? I can't think of any way I would wear it out. Maybe if it gets to the point where if I look at it without any sheets on there and you can see where my big fat ass has been wallowing out like a trench, then I would say, okay, it's time to get a new mattress. But this thing looks brand new still. And I've had it for a couple years.
There's probably been like so much just like, I mean, I had this mattress when I was a child, like wet beds in it, probably my mom's periods. It's probably just slopped up, but it doesn't stink or anything. And it doesn't look bad. Guys, I can't emphasize enough that it doesn't stink. So I don't know if that's like a big part of when you should replace it or what. But when I do get in, if I lay on the edge, I roll to the middle and I sink really deep. And I don't know if that's also bad.
Yeah, you might want to get a new one. Once I
go, wow.
Once the bed starts having like a "you belong here" type mentality, and it tells you where to sleep, it
has
you need
my
a new one.
shape.
Yeah,
my shape imprinted on it, like I died and rotted into it, and then was born again. But they're expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
And I don't want. It's such a boring. It's such an adult like. Hey, spend $600 on a new mattress. I'd rather buy 60 toys. Okay, like
you don't have to fucking tell me,
boring.
man. I had to replace my drain field in my backyard. Wow, I spend fucking $8,000 on a place where my shit goes to sit in the backyard under the grass.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. I was really happy to buy that.
Yeah, fork up.
Yeah, fork up for shit housing in the backyard.
But Abby, what if we just bought like a bunch of toys instead?
I feel like I could have spent $1,000 on just a catapult that just launched the shit into the woods.
You know what you could have got for $8,000? I just saw it the other day. I got an email from Movie Prop auction site. They're selling John Goodman's glasses from The Big Lebowski.
Oh, I would much rather the yellow ones, the yellow aviator. Yep. Yeah, I would much rather have those and overflowing toilets.
Yeah,
any day of the week.
Because it's like, what's the worst that can happen from poop going in your house?
Yeah, stinks a little bit. So what?
Yeah,
you know how many
basement.
Febreze plugins and Glade plugins you can get for $8,000? It'll cover that stench right up. Now, adult purchases suck, dude. They suck. Yeah. I had to get gutters. I had a guy come out and he was.
Those are homeowner purchases.
It's like,
I mean, that's. I don't have to deal with that kind of shit yet. The worst thing I've been buying is health insurance.
Oh yeah,
because I don't feel any healthy.
No, yeah, that sucks because you spend a shitload of money on.
Worse.
You're like betting against yourself.
Yeah,
that's why I hate.
And I hate that I bought an expensive one because I'm like, what do I think's gonna happen? What am I like worried is gonna happen to me soon? Can poor diet and no exercise really affect you in the long run? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need to find out what is the age when health problems start to crop up so that we can, with an educated opinion, pass this on to our audience and say, don't even get fucking health insurance until you're, 38 or something, when all of a sudden you can start looking weird. And
if you get in a car wreck that gives you
just don't be at fault.
Life-ruining debt. Yeah, don't be at fault.
Don't be at fault.
Be a defensive driver.
Yep. Don't be at fault and make sure you get hit so it only does $50,000 worth of damage or whatever that they'll cover, So don't try to stick your head out the window and get really fucked up. or anything like that.
Yeah, don't get pancaked,
Yeah.
dude, because that could ruin your
Yeah.
life. In fact, that could kill you.
Yeah. I think that when my brother got fucked up in his accident, I assumed that the other person's insurance would cover all of it. Like, oh, it's his fault. There's like a point where they stop. I think they were just like,
That's insane.
yeah, we'll pay like 50,000. Anything more than that, we're not paying that. And my brother's like,
That's crazy.
what? There's an upper limit to how much he can fuck me up.
Yeah, did it to me.
Yeah.
I would go, guys, I'd get life insurance till you're 38, and then I'd start getting health insurance, because if you're going to get in a bad accident when you're younger, you might as well just die.
Yeah.
And you're probably in that like kind of gloom after high school or college or anything anyway. I'd pull out a life insurance policy.
I should probably get life insurance. I don't have any. If I go, my family is completely fucked. I need to get some.
Yeah, probably.
All right, this one's from Cameron.
Poob, Sam, Stalt, what's up, guys? I hope y'all are having a great day. My name's Cameron. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Big fan of the podcast. Love what y'all are doing. No parasocial shit, though. You know anything about Dallas in 1963? We had a little minor incident happen. JFK got shot. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's dead, guys. Sorry. They have a museum in Dallas that goes over the whole assassination attempt. And after going through there, I just don't believe there isn't a second shooter. There had to have been. No way.
I think it was 100 shooters.
I think also, by the way, Cameron, thanks for writing in.
Cameron,
you ever thought that maybe it's in your city's best interest to spin a little bit of intrigue to this story? Because it gets really boring when you just go like, yeah, some Polak got up there with a bolt action and shot our president in the face. You know, we're
in our city.
Yeah, that's not gonna sell more tickets. But if you go there and go like, this is where the grassy knoll was, and the babushka lady was here, and people think possible communist ties.
I read one the other day about like some people think his like driver shot him also or something, or one of the Secret Service blasted him
with what, like
after he got shot, like
a
on
revolver with a
or
pistol,
something.
a barrel that goes backwards. Have you ever seen those trick shots where they hold up the mirror and like throw it over their shoulder?
Yeah, he's hold on, I'm just fixing the rear view, sir.
Mirror, putting his revolver.
Hold on. And Jackie, go ahead and lean over just a little bit.
Yeah, Jackie, throw that big ass up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jackie, why don't you show me if that shit bounce? And Mr. President, why don't you just shut the hell up and let me drive? Yeah, I mean, I think something like that very well could have happened. Driver trick shot. I don't know. Could be a little more exciting for Dallas.
And especially that recent shooter at Trump. Like, the fact that he even got that close has made me realize that the JFK one was probably just a dude that wanted to kill JFK.
He probably wasn't even planning on it. He just looked out his window and was like, holy shit, if I wanted to.
I bet you I could. I got to prove it to myself.
Yeah. Damn, I think I could hit that shot. I'm a pretty good shot.
I have heard.
You know what?
I have heard something pretty funny. Apparently, after JFK got shot, the Russians got news of it. And they had an internal like panic moment where they had to figure out, did they do it? Like they reached out to all their like KGB agents and they were like, did any of you guys kill JFK? Because he just
don't say yes, but was
it one of us? Like, because it was in
that thing that happened.
Anybody know about that?
Yeah.
And then they panicked when they realized that Lee Harvey Oswald had like ties to Russia. They were like, oh fuck, they're gonna think it was us. Oh fuck!
I don't even really like that guy.
Yeah.
He's like our Burger Andy.
Yeah.
He's not. He thought if he did this, he would be in. But
can I come into Russia? Come on!
Oh my God, he really did it! He really shot the president.
I shot the president. Can I come into Russia, please?
The more I hear it referenced, like people also in my like streams, like in a game, my character ate a bug, and someone's like, Burger Andy. That might be one of the funniest videos ever.
I showed it to Aqua last night. I was like, this guy fucking cracks me up, dude. Yeah,
just the
ain't a worm.
Just the door shutting, the reflection
in his
is,
reflection.
It's like warped reflection. It's probably like the best example of just like pitifulness I've ever seen. Like,
and you say that and everything. It is very pitiful. I would love to hang out with Burger Andy. Like someone that desperate is like so fucking.
Why don't we send him an email? Is he like a?
I would.
You gotta be careful these days. Is he like a sex pest or something?
He has to be. Look at his reflection in the bus. Are you kidding me? That guy, if he's at TwitchCon, I hope to meet him.
I will give him one of the business cards.
Yeah, dude, a guy that eats worms for attention, dude, that's a guy you have to have around for sure.
We should genuinely try to have him on the podcast and be like, dude, if you eat
a worm right now,
if you eat a worm, we swear to God you can party with us. And then he eats it and we go, loser.
How small are we gonna feel if he goes like, you guys aren't FaZe Clan, I ain't eating no fucking worms, dude.
I might eat a fly, but I'm not eating no goddamn worm.
Worms hang out with you fucking freaks.
For you guys, here's what I'll do. I'll eat a mite. Okay? That's as far as I'll go.
I'll chew it, I'll spit it out. But I don't swallow for anything less than FaZe Clan.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that if you haven't seen that Burger Andy video, go ahead. You know what, Stalt? Just go ahead and play the whole thing right here.
What? You said I could get on if I ate a worm. Oh, okay. You guys said I could get on if I... And they earlier he said I could get on. Dude. Paul, is it cool if I come in? Come on, you said I could come on earlier.
Same people as before, we don't have enough seats.
You said and I just ate a worm and shit. Dude, it's sketchy out here. I don't have to walk back through there.
I mean, why'd you come here?
I came here to see you guys. You said I could come with you.
They need to see
living under a rock.
Yeah. It's like,
be careful. Burger Andy might scoop you out from under there and try to eat you. Or so. Worms live under rocks.
It's just a little worm-related humor.
Just for all those entomologists out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's from Poppy the Grappler.
Hey guys, this is my first time talking. This is a little weird, but
ever.
I watch your Patreon and I watch your videos all the time. Thank you guys for making these videos. This is the only thing that I ever fucking watch. And yeah, see you later.
Let's get a wellness check on this
Yeah,
guy.
Bobby the Grappler. That sounded...
Bobby the Grappler.
If
we get a tour bus, you can come on. Okay.
You can mope in the back. That sounded like we are the one thing keeping you from jumping out the window. That was
yeah, keep subscribing, man. keep liking, commenting. That's all. But that is like a sweet thing to say. Maybe next time smile. Maybe next time. And also, I would recommend checking out other media because this is not the best thing online. And if this is what's keeping you around.
The sound, I could tell it was a PC in the room and there was no lights on. You could tell from the sound that there was no lights on.
Or a ceiling fan with just like really bright lights on and no windows.
One 100-watt light bulb in the ceiling fan. No lens on it or anything. Just
no shirt on for sure. And probably
well, can I listen to that guy again? Hold on.
Hey guys.
Let's not rag on the guy.
This is my first time talking. This is a little weird.
Got a great voice. You should try talking more. Guess I talk all the time, and I find a lot of joy in it.
You can tell he just started talking, and he's like,
"Oh wait, the words come out of my mouth."
Holy shit, dude! I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it right now. This is
like
weird.
Agoraphobic, but for talking.
It's like Bambi walking, but Bambi talking the first time. They're leaving my face. The words are coming out.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I can sing. I can talk. You guys have saved me. You got me talking.
Yeah, Poppy the Grappler, I expect to get a follow-up speak pipe from you where you're
20 minutes.
You're talking with much more confidence. Your room sounds better. maybe there's some things going on in your life you want to tell us about.
Check out Impractical Jokers. Also, if you're looking for funny stuff, check out The Gang. Season 3, I'd recommend if you're starting off.
But thank you for writing in.
Thank you, Poppy. And
good.
What if,
God bless you.
He could be the happiest guy in the world. We don't know, but it will get better. I'm just gonna assume.
That's not directed at you, Poppy. That's just for anybody listening.
Just a broad.
Yeah,
it gets better.
It will get better.
Listen, I've been in that room shirtless before.
This too shall pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going through,
we will keep making videos.
It's like a Jedi mind. You are happy now.
Just the mere fact that we heard that will make you more confident in talking.
I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna go piss.
Okay.
Oh, this one's from Mike.
Not so much a conspiracy theory, more along, I would say, like legends. But, some people believe in it, some people don't. But skinwalkers. Skinwalkers actually scare the shit out of me. And honestly, with Poob and that new haircut, kind of looks like a skinwalker. So I've become an audio-only listener because of that. But other than that, love you guys.
Well, I look very human today, so I wish you were still watching. But, skinwalkers, what do we think?
Skinwalkers are bullshit, dude. Same thing with, I found an entire subreddit of people talking about tulpas. Have you ever heard of a tulpa?
I've heard of a tapa. I don't know what a tulpa is.
There's, things that are fads where it's my sleep monster. Like, that was, a fad for a while where people are like, my paralysis demon that hovers over my bed. And a tulpa is, some sort of, psychological monster or whatever that you will into being.
Tulpa honey's really good. Wait, that's not a thing.
No, that's Tulpa.
That's a restaurant.
That's Tulpa honey.
Tulpa honey. Oh, whatever.
What is a tulpa?
Tulpa supernatural. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a materialized being or thought form. And basically you with your thoughts, you create some sort of being. And if you go to the tulpa subreddit, people are like, my tulpa materialized in front of me and was doing the gritty. What do I some people are obviously making fun of them.
I'm thinking of a big booty. Yeah. I'm thinking of a beautiful
busty Latina,
busty woman, and she's bouncing on my bed, and she's gyrating and stuff.
And she knows how to do taxes really well.
She can't smell the way my mattress smells. It's just her spirit.
She knows how to reform a mattress into a complete flat plane. Yeah. She's a mattress specialist.
My tulpa's a bed that doesn't reek. It isn't covered in bugs. And every night when I go to bed, I can sleep when I think about my tulpa feels foamy. And I'm not being suffocated in the middle and sucking down into it like I'm on a pool cover. It's actually quite luxurious. It's kind of a California king size tulpa. Was a down blanketing. Oh, very nice. Skinwalkers, though.
What exactly is a skinwalker? Let me look this shit up.
It's
it's just
it's like a Native American thing, right?
Tulpas was Tibetan thought things.
Yeah.
The skinwalkers, a Navajo. It's a Navajo myth of a harmful witch that has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal.
And a lot of the skinwalker videos online are people out in the woods and they hear someone being because apparently they can go hey, help. And I think we talked about some more videos of people hear women at night being oh God, somebody help me. And they're skinwalker. It's just a woman in distress or something. But yeah, people think skinwalkers, they see a weird dog walking around on two legs.
Yeah.
They say, yeah, it's a skinwalker.
The one that I've always heard is if you're in the Appalachians and you hear a baby crying, is it
skinwalker?
No, it's not a skinwalker. It's a fucking mountain lion. No, it's not a baby crying. It's a woman screaming. I think is what it sounds like, or a woman crying.
Or coyotes sometimes sound like.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of women giggling.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is that, a pillow fight? You run out there. Oh shit, pack of little dogs.
Speaking of that, the fucking there's an outdoor, Outdoor Boys. There's a video where he's camping with his son and he's chilling there like in his tent at night, and they're just surrounded by snow and shit. And there's like a creepy laugh that happens outside of his tent. And I saw it posted on it's like some sort of horror-based subreddit or whatever, and people were like, is it a skinwalker that's out there? But apparently that's what wolves sound like. They sit there and do like a weird little laugh sometimes.
Like a hyena.
Yeah. And that Outdoor Boys, that guy is such a badass. He's just like, there's a wolf out there.
He does it in glasses too, which it's like, what if they got knocked off?
Yeah.
Because I get scared about that when I go camping. Like,
that's true. He would go from like the
context.
most badass guy in the world to just Velma in an instant, crawling around on his hands and knees.
That wolf is laughing at me.
Where's my glasses?
My glasses?
My glasses are somewhere.
My 3-year-old boy, Helen, grabbed the knife. I killed my first wolf when I was your age.
It's funny to me that guy does some of the most badass shit in the world. He has multiple videos where he's just like, yeah, I didn't bring a tent, so I'm just sleeping on coals. And he'll just like lay out coals and sleep on them.
Snow bed.
But he just looks
so warm.
He just looks like a dork. Like just textbook. If I was to draw a dweeb, that's what he would look
like. If I was to pick a guy to pick on in public, I'd go up to him and go, I bet you're a punk.
And he would very quickly just John Marston you. He would fucking cut you near your asshole and then whoosh, skin you Red Dead Redemption style.
I mean, ow.
That guy, he's so fucking, it's weird just seeing someone out there doing that. I'm like, I would have never guessed that guy could do that, He's almost like a guy camping version of, when Susan Boyle starts singing and you're like, wow, that ugly bitch can sing. It's kind of like that little nerdy guy he's manly as hell.
The guy from Sicario that's like a real guy or whatever, where he's that dweeb with glasses, but they're like, he's one of the best killers ever.
The guy from Burn Notice.
Yeah,
that guy.
But like the guy it's based on in real life.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Like a real little guy, and he's like,
dude, those two back to back would be. They're just badass in their own fields. But I know who you're talking about. He's like a.
And if they were walking together on a street, I might, if they had a binder, I might knock it out of their hands and quickly learn to not make assumptions. I might very quickly, I don't know, be skinned and dead. I don't know. And that's a lesson, guys, about even if a guy looks like a dweeb or a nerd, you don't know they could actually be kind of badass.
You in like 1 second without you even knowing.
So maybe don't be mean to people online that you think are ugly or stupid.
Nah.
They could be. They might just be a killer. Yeah.
It does suck though that Outdoor Boys guy. He has his comments turned off on his videos because I feel like that's
why?
I think it's because his kids are in his videos and he doesn't want people talking about his kids, which I understand. But
we should put him in a little wolf mask or something so people can't see it.
Or simply don't make videos with your kids.
And then he'd wake up without his glasses on and go, oh shit, baby coyote.
I don't know. I would love to sit there and like YouTube comments that's like a staple of my life. I love going through YouTube comments and
that's one of my favorite things.
It is. See an awesome video. The Burger Andy video. Come on, go through the comments on that. You'll have a field day. Yeah. It's nothing better than people congregating on a piece of media.
These videos, I love reading the ones that I don't mentally block out. I love reading the ones not the ones that I ignore immediately when I see them, and then they come back when I'm in my bed at night. I like the good ones, like the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, my fly's down. Oh, that's what's happening. The other day, my fly was down, and someone said to me, "Your fly," and I said, "Thanks."
All right, this next one from Taylor.
Shit, my penis is hanging out of my shorts.
This one's from Taylor from Florida.
I believe you guys killed Bryan and consumed his flesh for his power.
The power of silence. Yeah, we consume the shit out of that.
Now I can sit with my thoughts. I've become a more whole man now. Yeah, well, I don't think we did that. I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of on some websites. I'm like, nah. No, we didn't do that.
All right, this one's from Nate.
Thanks, Taylor.
A conspiracy theory I think is true. Poob is a homosexual.
Oh, okay, we got a lot of wise guys out tonight. Come on.
Homosexual.
That guy said it like he's studying me or something. Oh, God.
Nah, he had just got finished going through a bunch of episodes, and he had definitely done some sort of analysis on you. I'm about to.
You think?
Yeah, I'm about to wrap up mine. Only a couple more episodes before I finish my detailed.
I've got my full
comprehensive analysis of Poob's psyche.
Years of study, finally.
Yeah.
Multiple visits from Don Tony.
Yep. Yeah, Don Tony is he's a co-writer on my analysis. And yeah, we're leaning towards homosexual for sure. But it's not conclusive yet. It's not conclusive.
You mean gays and happy? Yes. Wait, well, not my roommate, but the word that it also means. Okay, moving on. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, this is from Styles.
One of the conspiracy theories that I actually think might be true is that Nikita and the rest of the developers at Battlestate Games are personally involved in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. As far as I know, Nikita himself actually has some interesting connections to Wagner Corporation. I believe if you Google some stuff, some evidence will show up about that particular instance.
Do your own research, he says. I'm actually curious about this, Nikita.
Yeah, read into that because you are really good friends with him.
I'm going to ask him about that. Yeah, are you big with Wagner? What's going on? Battlestate Games, Wagner. Escape from Tarkov is full of Vatnik propaganda, and the lead game director is a terrorist shill. Ooh.
Well, I stopped playing that game a while ago, so guess I'm not clear.
Let's see. Lead director Nikita Buyanov is balls deep with the 715 team, a group of terrorist YouTubers who actively participate and fund the invasion and killing of Ukrainians. Proof, he says. It's
in the pudding, of course.
Yeah. Right. No, it's an Imgur thread, and it's like them like pointing to all these different like graffitis that are in game that apparently are
little Easter eggs,
like slogans for. Yeah, and there's like pictures of him with these people.
Hell, I'd buy it after the way they did meet at that event.
And
they're probably very involved.
I would say.
Wait, but libel and stuff. Allegedly.
Libel? What, is a Russian company gonna sue you? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
A Russian guy is he gonna sue you?
Libel, like I've got nothing. The bite, like the bite.
I would say just from judging Nikita in everything that is on Tarkov and how he presents himself, I would say he's probably pretty pro-Russian. He seems like a very like. You play that game and Russian you go man. Like, this is very like, yeah, Russia, like, come on. Like that guy probably is 100% rooting for his own country. And then
I thought they were like aliens in that game speaking some sort of Martian or something.
I'm pretty sure he's like a pro-Russian nationalist, being a Russian guy that's really into the military. I would assume so.
I would assume KGB connections.
Probably.
I'd assume I've run out of things I know about Russia, but I'd assume the Gremlin.
Yeah. They're in cahoots with the Gremlins from the movie.
That's the thing there, right? The Gremlin.
The Russians and the Gremlins and they're in cahoots. And it's scary.
Don't get them around a blender. Don't let him get near that blender. And don't feed him.
That I don't think
after
that's
midnight.
a conspiracy theory so much as like that's probably just true. I don't think that's a conspiracy at all. I think that guy's just probably really pro
Unless
Russia.
he can sue us.
Oh, if he
then
can
it's-
sue us, then this is just pure conjecture.
Yeah, it's hearsay.
Yeah, hearsay.
Here I say it.
Yeah.
You're a bitch. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. If you guys want to give me drops again for like the third year in a
I've
row, I
applied
haven't
for
played the
drops and
game.
I've already gotten them. So
I forgot you had to apply for drops this year. I thought it was very funny that I got drops last year, and it's like I hadn't played the game in like a year.
There were some
And
people that didn't get drops that I know.
I was never,
I think
very
Devin had to fight for him because I don't think
prominent.
they like him.
I'm not a prominent streamer in any game except for Splitgate. I heard I'm getting some buzz with Splitgate too. What?
Just loud ass thunder randomly.
Oh.
Yeah. How is Splitgate 2, by the way? I saw it.
It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It was very fun. I love a game that fast paced. I feel like a demon on it. Okay, I mean, I've tooted my own horn a lot, probably to the point of setting expectations too high. Well, there was a lot of streamers in that alpha test that are like pros at other games, and people go, "Oh my god, it's that guy. He's a really good shooter." Would they beat us? Yes. Would I top frag on our team? Sometimes. And most of the time, pretty close to these so-called pros in other games. Now the cons, see what a nice little segue. The cons, see I'm segueing. The portals are on one button, which I don't love. If you're a guy that can really think in portal terms, it used to be Q, the portal you walk through or that's receiving. And then E, the portal that's being shot out of. And you could, I'm not going to explain it too much because it actually doesn't make a lot of sense, but now it's just one button. And if you put a portal here and then a portal over there and you want to fix the portal you shot over there, you have to reset and like make a new portal here, make a new portal there. Or maybe I guess you could just shoot another. You still have to make two more. And also there used to be a really like deep voiced announcer guy that'd be like, triple kill, like insanity, kind of like the Halo thing. And now it just sounds kind of like the finals, like AI announcer. It's like, hey guys, I don't even remember, as a guy that's a self-proclaimed, like, I love the first game so much. I don't even remember if the first one had this element, but why are more and more games having like a crowd and you're in, it probably was this way, but you're like
entertainment.
A guy, yeah, you're a guy in an arena being entertainment.
And the announcers are always so fucking chatty. I thought it was cool when the Culling did it. Do you remember that game?
Vaguely.
The announcer was like, hey, what's going on, guys? These are our contestants. Like, woo! He was like,
yeah,
he was chatty.
It's like a Hunger Games thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then
he's like the Hunger Games guy.
And since then, I feel like there's been a lot of those.
Now they're getting a little familiar.
Yeah. I'm like,
I like it when the help gets familiar.
Just fucking
now
keep
they're,
it
now
simple.
they're being like,
okay,
hey, Poob, what are you doing later? I'm like, I
just
want to play the game.
Announce it for the match when I'm whooping ass. Okay, don't.
And I want my character to be a guy that just likes killing.
Yeah.
And I'm there to kill. I don't need it to be like I'm in a game show or like a gladiator arena. I don't even know how they count it, if you're like holograms or what.
Yeah.
I just want it to be those are the enemy. I don't need to know any more about them. They're against me.
Yeah.
And I just want to be a guy that kills. And then it's still like really early, so I bet they'll add this shit, but the game modes they're okay. There's like a like you capture a point, but it doesn't reset when you could how do I explain this without just like when people stand on the point, the bar fills. And then if you just wait until it gets really close and then go in as a team and just kill all of them, you can step on it for 1 second and then win the point. And the team deathmatch was broken into 3 rounds of 15, first to 15, which I honestly didn't have a big problem with. But Devin was like, does this just kind of take you guys out of your momentum a little bit? Like, why are we killing to 15 and then doing another round of 15, another round of 15? Why aren't we just like first to 50? I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Aqua had some complaints. He said, and I quote, not enough balls, because there's a game mode with balls, and he misses the deep voice guy too.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it felt good. It felt smooth.
You know, that
got classes
one thing that you
whatever.
glossed over in the beginning, I feel like would be a huge hit to me. It's the
portals.
Yeah, the portals. Like even the portal games, you have your left trigger and your right trigger for blue portal and orange portal.
Yeah.
Having it just devolve down to one button does fuck it up.
Yeah, it feels like one of those to make it for everyone easier.
Yeah. Like when they dumbed down Sub
sacrifices-
Rosa's reloading and it ruined the game. Yeah.
The skill gap between like real ass portal guys and a guy that can just click one button and not two.
Yeah.
It felt good. Oh, another big problem, like no verticality. The first one had a lot of like put a portal on top of something, put a portal on bottom, shoot up in the sky. And this game had 1 point on one of the 3 maps where you could do that. And it used to be like all over the map.
Is there
You could
grappling?
portal.
Or mantling or anything?
There's mantle. Oh, I thought you meant like
no, I
grapple
meant.
hooks.
Have you seen that game, The Finals?
Yeah, I've just referenced it like 2 minutes ago.
I was thinking that. So I haven't played Splitgate. I figured it had a lot of. I mean, if you're adding portals, I
Verticality.
figured they would have verticality. Yeah.
Well, the first one had a lot of like the top of a box is a portal spot, so you could shoot one there and then run into a wall and be shot up in the sky, or you could shoot one really low and then have one on top of something, and you jump super high, and your momentum shoots you through it, and then up really high.
Yeah.
And that's kind of missing, and it feels a little.
Once you add portals as a gameplay feature, I feel like you need to move. You need to have everything in terms of movement. You need to have like the Titanfall, like wall running or Brink or whatever, wall running.
I love
You need to
Titanfall
have
too.
like
Yeah.
Apex Legend, like sliding, so you could slide into a
There is
portal.
slide.
Okay,
Okay.
sliding.
When you're flowing in this game, you feel like a god. Like I had a couple times where I like portal over here and then slide down a ramp into a new portal and then come sliding out, kill a guy. Feels very awesome. You feel like a hero. There's gonna when the ranked comes out and shit, there's gonna be portal campers like Devin.
Yeah.
That just set a portal somewhere and then sit way in the back and shoot through their little portal through a little head glitch. Not my MO. I'm just about the speed.
Yeah.
I love the speed of the game. But felt really good, and I'm excited. The next playtest is this week. So, yeah, guys, this video will come out probably a week after that. And check me out on Twitch playing that. Yeah.
You want me to carry on with speak pipes? All right.
Yeah.
This one's from Colt.
Yeah, g'day, cunts. My conspiracy theory that I believe in is that aliens are already walking among us, and they're just like sussing us out for a bit. I reckon that's real because I've seen some fucking cooked cunts that just like, you're like, yeah, you're not human. And then I look at Sam with that fucked head, and I'm like, yeah, they're here.
I think he was talking about you. That sucks, dude.
What was he about to say? They're human. It cut off. Maybe he's gonna say they're human.
Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, g'day, cunts. My
Fast
conspiracy
forward.
theory that I believe in
Janie?
is that aliens are already walking among us. and
Okay,
they're
won't
just,
let
like,
me.
sussing us out for a
Okay.
bit.
Let's just hear it again.
I reckon that's real because I've seen some fucking cooked cunts that just like, you're like, yeah, you're not human. And then I look at Sam with that fucked head, and I'm like, yeah, they're here.
Oh, they're
They're
here.
here.
Well, look at us. Do I look anything like an alien? Let's be real. It's funny because I'm blue. But
Aliens fucking.
I don't know.
They're not here. There's no fucking way.
if they are here just chilling out with us,
Who cares?
I hope I banged one. I mean, I don't know. What you've probably seen are people, I don't know, assuming fent leaning or something. And you're like, that's got to be an alien. Go up to that person. They've got a story, okay? They've got a history. Probably a sad story. And you're going to find out that, you know, maybe we're not all so different.
Yeah.
And
I
don't
hate
know.
how we are all so similar, which sucks. I do.
Yeah, when I read a sci-fi book,
Yeah.
I'm like, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I wish there was like I wish there were places where it's like, there was like little tiny humans, like those little like the little tiny people on the. They found their skeletons, like Homo florensis or something was their subspecies name. I wish there was like some people that were kind of like just giant orangutans hybrids or something, cave people that were like the descent that are.
If they just off branches in evolution,
off branches of humans. Some water humans.
I would love some cave people that are
cannibals.
I just rewatched that movie recently. Yeah, very scary. Or maybe a bird.
Wait, you rewatched The Descent? Yeah. I think that might be one of my like top 10 favorite horror movies. Yeah. It's just good.
It's absolutely one of mine. And I showed it to someone, and I'm like, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. And we started, and they're like, "Oh, it's scary because it's a caving movie." Like, how'd you know I'm afraid of splunking? I'm like, "Oh, you just
buckle up,"
because that part is scary. I also find caving like that it's pretty scary. But then there's something more. And I just guys, book rec. I'm reading right now, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I did have to Google it. I'm only about 80 pages in. But pretty cool sci-fi book so far. Seems like a standalone, pretty good one. But there's a lot of cool little alien guys. And there's like, some of them walk around with like 6 legs. And then, they've got funny little quirks. And I'm like, that would be fun. That'd be fun. Maybe a guy with no legs. I'd love to see that sometime. Maybe he has to use a little chair to get around. I don't know. I'd like to see people that look different than me.
Yeah.
And are physically altered some sort of way. Maybe they've got no arms. Maybe they're just head and torso. Maybe they're in horrible pain.
You need to go hang out like...
I see you.
I was going to say like... where those
circus?
I was gonna say like wherever the fuck the oblongs were, like there's like a little neighborhood outside of a radioactive waste plant or something.
Oh yeah.
I think like the Bikini Atoll, they had like after the U.S. military tested all those nuclear weapons, they kept having babies that just didn't have bones. They were just boneless, and they would come out like little jellyfish. I don't think they would survive too long, but I mean, they're out there.
Yeah, I'd love to see one of those. Just take a big flash photo of it. Oh my, this is so cool, like a little alien. Families are screaming.
What happened? What happened?
Where's his bones at? Where's his bones at? That's actually awful.
That's horrible. It's horrible.
I was born with an extra bone, so I kind of relate.
Have you heard the
penis?
Have you heard that apparently after they tested nuclear weapons out west, they would just, hills have eyes style. They would just like bomb the desert to test them out.
Yeah.
Apparently if you take, like test scores, like standardized test scores and lay a map of it over the US and then lay a map over where they did nuclear testing and where they suspect that radiation and fallout kind of drifted in the wind, there's a direct correlation to where drops in IQ scores and standardized testing scores based on that out west.
Did they used to test in Indiana per chance? Or do I have no
they dropped
excuses?
A big fucking bomb right over Indiana.
So it's so flat. They just flattened all the forest, the mountains.
Yeah.
Build Indianapolis.
That really doesn't account for Florida, though. I think Florida is kind of everybody.
There's maybe a strong wind.
They carried it across
like a hurricane wind. Because they're sucking and blowing, so maybe it sucks some of that wind in from over there. I mean, I wouldn't know. Where I'm from is just a wasteland riddled with previous testing. So
Well,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Colt. Here's one from Patrick.
Hello guys, my conspiracy theory, I believe in that both of you are fucking great human beings and are fucking great, make me laugh every week, and you fucking deserve so much happiness in your life. Anyways, Babiš fucking poisoned River Bečva in 2020. That Slovak immigrant motherfucker, SMH, he should be fucking milking sheep in Slovakia. Anyways,
That started off so positive.
And I was gonna say, I disagree. We don't deserve. And then it got. I honestly didn't follow, but it felt racist. Felt like it got pretty
And
racist
it was
there
against
for a
like
second.
some guy named
Slovakians.
Babiš. So he's like he just has some personal vendetta against this guy that he.
Or is this like big news we don't know against? I mean,
I love how he's just like, you guys rock. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Babiš, if you're listening to this, I want to fucking kill you.
You deserve hell, hellfire forever.
Thank
you.
Thank you for the kind words, Patrick. That was wholesome.
Can I hear that one more time?
Yeah, I'm kinda curious.
The turn is incredible.
It is.
Hello,
Really
guys.
softened
My
us up.
conspiracy theory, I believe in that both of you are fucking great human beings and are fucking great. Make me laugh every week. And you fucking deserve so much happiness in your life. Anyways, Babiš fucking poisoned River Bečva in 2020. That Slovak immigrant motherfucker, SMH, he should be fucking milking goats, sheep in Slovakia.
Sheep.
Anyways, wait, he said Babiš poisoned wine or something? Like, what? There was like an accusation in there, and then he brought down the verbal hammer on this guy.
Yeah.
If I was Babiš, I would be fucking scared. Is he talking about binging with Babiš? Is that the guy he's talking about? The cooking channel?
I've got no idea what the guy's talking about, but I do really agree with his first sentiment.
Yeah.
And I potentially agree with the second when I learn more about it.
You know, because of all of his kind words, I'm going to just endorse whatever the second part of that was about.
I don't even need to Google it to make sure this isn't like something really
He
bad.
said
But
we deserve happiness in our lives. I don't even think my mom told me that, all right? So
that's probably one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
Before
So
saying something
if
that
you
sounds
want
vaguely
that-
racist.
If you want that guy to milk sheep,
then
I'm all for it.
so
I
be
mean, I didn't even know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, sure, thanks, man. Hey, Patrick, write in anytime if you want to. Yeah.
Why don't you send me a voicemail sometime I can listen to and tell me about your other takes on other Slovakians? Very curious.
I do. That does kind of highlight how like trivial a lot of racism is that like if you dive into the world of like Slavs, for example, there's like a lot of inner Slavic racism. Or if you go to like Asia, like a lot of Asians hate each other, and it's just funny like zooming out. Then like racists in Arkansas, they just go like, all them Asian people are like, I don't like them. I'm like, dude, they are fighting amongst themselves so much. Like
some of them don't like him either, man.
It is kind of funny that this guy is just going so hard on something where I'm like,
fuck with Laos. Laotians.
All right, this one's from a guy named Q. It's only 5 seconds long, so this one's quick.
Helen Keller and her handler were con artists.
That is actually a popular conspiracy theory I've heard. And
you're on Hinge, it's about every goddamn girl's bio in the world, but
is it really that Helen Keller was?
Well, it's like, I can't remember the prompt, but it's like something you like truly believe in or whatever, and everyone just always says like Helen Keller's a liar or Helen Keller's faking it.
Girls put that on Hinge? Women always trying to tear down another woman, dude.
Yeah.
It's very petty.
Probably on their periods, I'd have to presume when they typed it.
Yeah. They're just mad that a fucking deaf, blind, disabled woman wrote like 12 books or something like that, and they haven't written one yet.
Yeah. And that she was kind of a fashion icon. They just hate that she got Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Helen Keller's just feeling herself like, I look awesome right now. I can tell from the way I feel.
I'm going to get so much crank. I can just tell. Yeah, I don't know enough about Helen Keller. Wow, I did not know she died in 1968. It feels older than that.
68?
Yeah.
What? I thought she was like I don't know. I thought she was like a snake oil salesman story where they just found this lady that's completely
I thought she was like from way back in Picasso times. No, see, that's funny because he actually died after.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he was around.
But he's
during-
also a person I thought was
way older.
very old. Yeah.
I thought she was like 1800s.
I mean, she was born in 1880.
Okay. 1880. Okay, so turn of the century, is probably when she was being helped and trying to figure out that, oh, she can actually speak or whatever. I just feel like it's probably exaggerated. I feel like she did learn to communicate, but I feel like her accomplishments are exaggerated.
I mean, you know, if I was deaf and blind, I would not. I'm just telling you now, they probably would have killed me in 1880. Like, they would have. Yeah. I don't think I would have made much progress. No. I would probably be screaming. I'd just be screaming. They'd be like, here's what my face feels like. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then they'd be like, maybe suck on my thumb or something and be like, ooh, calm down.
Do you know how much
scared.
like jacking off in the living room I'd be doing before they would be able to get it across to me that that's not okay. You're not in
or whatever.
You're not in a place where you can jack off to. There's people here.
I think Keller's like basically a dog. I mean, they just had to be
they
like,
bring me to church. I have no idea I'm in there. I'm deaf. I'm blind. I'm mute.
I think
I'm sitting on a bench. It's a good time to check off.
Yeah. I think the easiest thing to do would be like, hit me with a spray bottle. If I'm doing some bad, give me a little treat. If I'm doing some good, I would probably learn that.
Yeah.
Like, I think though, writing and speaking, like I'd be very pissed off when I learned not everyone was blind and deaf, and that I'm like some sort of like rare case.
You're a freak to us.
I'd be pretty spiteful. Yeah, I'd probably would jerk off anywhere I wanted because I'd be like, what the fuck?
What are you gonna do about it, dude?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I would have a hard time conceptualizing shame, considering I can't hear people being distressed about me. I can't see people being distressed. Fuck it, dude. I would just do whatever at that point.
I would just, in my head, it would just be me going, la, 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 and I'd just be crank, crank, or crank. Was she married? Am I crazy? No way.
To who? Well, to what? Like a pet rock? What the hell? Like, how are you going to have a...
No, she was briefly engaged. She had many admirers. Perverts.
Yeah, perverts. I'm sorry. If you're a fully functioning human and you want to fuck Helen Keller, you're in it for the power dynamic. That's what it is. Oh, I'm her little caregiver.
Did she talked with like, I just assume sign language or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, she learned sign language and Braille. After a few years later, she learned to speak. How?
Wait, with her mouth?
Yeah. How is that? I mean,
I guess if you can't hear, maybe she wasn't a mute. She was just deaf and blind.
Yeah, but normally people that are deaf, like,
they can't
talk a lot.
Maybe they just taught her.
And this chick, like, maybe she's like genuinely a generational talent.
Maybe.
And if she weren't deaf and blind, she would have been, she would have advanced us a lot.
Yeah.
Because if you can get to the point where you can write a book and speak, and that's your starting, that's pretty goddamn impressive.
Yeah, I got all the advantages in the world. I haven't written a book.
I can both look and hear. And I can barely wipe my own ass.
Yeah. And I don't have any admirers of the opposite sex.
And I have itchy butthole almost always. So I don't really... Yeah, I get why there's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I get why people would be... Well, there's a lot of Reddit threads.
This is the part now, Stolt, where you put the Mythbusters plausible stamp in the middle of the screen. Because I'm saying plausible on this one. All right, I'm going to go for Nathaniel next.
Okay.
Hello, Sam and Samuel. You guys figure out which one is which. I love you guys' podcast. Listen to it at work while I work my 12 hours. My conspiracy theory is that Poob has actually been flirting with Sam and trying to ruin their marriage and actually steal Sam from Abby. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But I love your guys' podcast, and bye.
Maybe I do have admirers. I haven't picked up on all these subtle hints.
Thanks, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Let's just say if I wanted you, I'd already have you. Okay?
You think you could? You think you could have me?
No. I can't cook. I can't raise children. I think a lot of the things Abby offers to your life, I would struggle with.
Yeah. Like taking this cock.
Yeah. Okay. HR.
There is no HR. We talked about this last episode.
Would I presume, just from being a guy and have had my penis sucked before, think I could do it better than her?
Absolutely.
I don't know. You myth bust that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like,
But
I'm
do
of
I
the
think
opinion.
I know what you would like.
I'm of the opinion, like, the people that have the sensory loop, like, a dude knows what feels good about a penis. I'm assuming the best munchers out there are lesbians. And I would assume the best blowjob you could possibly receive is probably from a gay guy.
Absolutely.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, probably.
You seemed very certain. I'm going to say probably.
You just talked me into, you had a great,
the logic was there, but it sounded like you had, the hypothesis was there, and then you tested it. And
I'm running Helen Keller level thoughts in my head right now.
It sounded like you tested the hypothesis and then retested to make sure it was okay. And then for years have been
You're very persuasive, and I'm just following. I'm just yes-anding you. Okay, it's classic improv, and I would assume you are right just from. And I don't even know.
Yeah, but it's my dream at some point to get Abby as good at sucking dick as a gay man. That's my dream.
Yeah.
I said one day you're going to be my gay man.
Yeah. I would like you to. How do I say this?
I want you to be a gay man in some ways.
I want you to be inside me. Okay. I don't. How do I?
I didn't peg you as. I didn't peg you as. Oh, fuck.
I didn't peg you as. I mean, you wouldn't peg me at, right? I mean, we are husband and wife, okay? End of sentence.
Question mark?
Question mark? Yeah. We are husband and wife?
Yeah. But that being said, Nathaniel, thank you for writing in.
Yeah, thanks, Nathaniel.
I think if, you know what? I feel like if Poob was homosexual, I feel like he could
do a lot better.
He could bag somebody a little bit better than me. He'd be going for a little artsier guy, okay? And also, would you be like a top?
Less of a fartsy.
Yeah, would you be a top or a bottom? That's my question.
I guess it depends how my back was feeling that day. I don't know. I guess it would just depend on how my stomach felt. I don't know. Because I mean, sometimes.
Hey, dude. Who likes those rigid gender roles?
Who likes to always be on top? Likes to always be on bottom.
It up. Okay.
It's fun to switch
Yeah.
up.
Thank you, Nathaniel, for this insightful conspiracy theory. Shane.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll have sex with a chick right now. Okay, you little fuckers.
You guys are making Poob like suicidal. He's gonna buy a fucking Harley to pretend. He's gonna be like, guys, he's just,
Wait, do you rum it like this? I mean,
jerking his hand off.
Yeah. Look. I'll prove it right now. I'm riding a hog. Is that what you need for me to be straight? I'm riding this hog like a pro. Look, there. That's the straightest thing I've ever done. No, I mean, I'll bring a prostitute to TwitchCon. What do you guys want? What do I have to do? Not sexualize my roommate? Not going to happen. Okay, pick something else.
You start putting truck nuts on everything because you think it's like what super straight guys do. I got balls on everything.
On my hog.
Yeah, I got balls on
Look
everything.
At me rum it. Rum, rum, rum. truck nuts they sell. Is this what I have to do? I'll stop eating yogurt on stream. I don't know what you want. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
question.
thanks, Nathaniel, once again. All right, this one's from Shane.
I believe that they are over prescribing us. It's not a
That sounds
lisp.
like-
This fucking recording thing makes me sound like I have a lisp. I don't have a lisp. I'm getting fucking pissed every time I hear my voice back and it's going, fuck! They're over prescribing us. If you can
Man, I
thug
don't
it
know,
out
it's
like a fucking human being, don't take medication like a pussy.
Okay.
Dude, Shane, you
got
got
a
a
lisp,
you got
I
an
mean,
insane
right?
lisp, dude. You need to work on
Yeah.
that.
You should go to speech therapy or something because that lisp is incredible.
And what you said after the opioid crisis, I don't think anybody. That's kind of conspiracy confirmed. If this was sent to us in 1995, I'd be like, "Whoa, dude, this guy might be on to something." Now I'm just kind of like, "Yeah, that's."
You just sound like my mother. Okay, you really want Advil? You really need that, or are you gonna get hooked on pills?
Pharmaceutical companies have a lot of lobbyists, and if you look at our I guess medical culture versus other countries, people do come here for medical treatment, but if you go to other countries where they have decent medical treatment, they're just not given as many prescriptions as us, man.
They feed us their poison so they can sell us the cure.
Classic.
It's a phrase.
Yeah.
That I know.
It's not a phrase. It's my mantra. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
my mantra. It's what she always told me. It's what I'll always believe. Now, if a doctor were to give me some Adderall, would I gobble it up?
absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. Would I become probably a more functional person?
Sure. Yeah.
But the way you put that, I don't want to be a pussy. I would like to thug it out. So,
dude.
And if they had a pill to cure a lisp, I bet you'd be gobbling them up too. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we all want what we can't have.
I think of drugs now like those augments from BioShock. Okay, if I want to concentrate better, I take the Adderall. Okay, if I want to fucking sleep good, I take the weed.
Relax, little smoke some weed. If I need a little pick me up after the weed, I drink a Celsius.
If I'm feeling down and I want to appreciate things more, I take a little bit of psilocybin.
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy, I guess. Yeah. But
and if I want to loosen my asshole,
I go to a regular bar and I get some party poppers.
What many would just call a bar. And I try what I think the football team had, smelling salts in it. Those guys are cool.
Guys,
regular smelling salts.
Guys, these smelling salts making your asshole loose or what?
Are they making all the poop come out of my butt right now? But yeah, you're probably spot on. You're probably right on.
I even picked up. I'd like to think I'm a little bit more of an intuitive kid. You know, I was catching on to things a little bit earlier than most. I remember seeing my grandpa when I was like 9. He would just take the weekly pill things where it's like you take them for Monday and Tuesday. He had like 3 of them that he would line up because all of his pills didn't fit into one day's capsule like thing worth.
Damn, I bet that felt good though.
He would crack open 3 Mondays worth and just he would down.
Baby, I'm living in next week. Go get me a beer.
Dude, this guy medicated the fuck out of his life. What's funny though is he was so staunchly against like any sort of like drug, like pot or like weed or anything like that.
Pot.
Yeah, he's like, no, like that's a gateway drug. You're gonna ruin your life. But his doctor gave him speed from like 1970 until 1995, and he had a massive heart attack and stroke. And they were like, "Oh, it's because you've been taking like speed for 30 years. Yeah, you're all fucked up." But
it caught up to you living in the future for that long. Yeah, you were basically a superhuman for a while.
Everybody had always said like that guy has an insane work ethic. Yeah, it's because he's methed up 24/7. And
that guy, he looks like he would eat me.
But what was also great too is when he would get any amount of agitated, my grandma would come out of nowhere with what she called, it was a blackhead. And she was like, take one of the blackheads. And it was just a pill to calm him down. So like they just medicated for everything. He would do that straight up. He would just be like, all right, give it to me. Cause he, it fucked him up big time.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little pissed off.
I'll take it. Boop, he'd pop one. And then he would just be chilling in his recliner. I forget exactly what it was. It was like Trazodone or something.
Oh, that's something people still take. I recently found out a lot of people give that to their dogs.
Really?
Just for like anxiety. And then I was like, they should make this for humans. I've been hanging out with more doctors lately, which is just kind of humiliating when I have to talk about work. But apparently it's a thing humans can take too.
No, it's treat depression, used for
anxiety or something.
No, that's not the thing.
Well, these doctors are feeling a little
bullshit. No, we do have
trazodone
Trazodone for Gwen, actually, for thunderstorms and stuff. Because she gets a little bit shaky. She gets scared.
I just tell Pip, what are you more scared of, that thunderstorm or me if you piss me off? And he shapes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go, all right, eat a blackhead. Eat this little chocolate. I bet your grandpa would just throw just a tantrum about nothing just to get that little sweet,
for sure.
Sweet medicine. Yeah. She'd be like, here's your soda, honey. It's too cold. Give me my medicine. My belly's too full from that delicious meal. I'm going to kill you, bitch. I think I need 2. I might kill you if I don't get at least 4. Maybe 4 for tonight, please. Please, sweetie.
Hey, even my grandma, she's like she's at an old folks home, and I pay extra.
How old is she?
God, she's fucking like 92 now. I pay extra just to have their, what's it called? The pharmacy that's inside the old folks home. She gets all of her meds to that pharmacy. They dole it out and bring it to her and give it to her. But then she has my aunt pick her up and bring her to the doctor so that she can get prescriptions for painkillers. And then she gets those delivered to a CVS, and she picks them up and has them like hidden in her apartment. And so they bring her meds, and then she's like, all right, now give me the Oxy. Like her doctor gives her Oxy and shit. And I'm like, she's fucking like, more. And she looks at me and she goes, if you ever touch alcohol or weed, you're going straight to hell. Now give grandma her fucking Oxy. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Okay, now let grandma just get a little bit of a high real quick. Let me hit that.
And apparently my aunt has told the doctor, she's like, you know that she has like a pharmacy inside the place and they deal her out the meds. Like, I don't think she should be taking these. He just laughed and kept writing her prescription because I think he's like, she's 92 and she's.
We don't give a shit, lady. We'll give you whatever you want.
Like, this is America, dude. You pay the doctor. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll give you whatever. You just got to find the right one.
I should start using my health insurance.
Yeah.
I think pills would be just kind of a cool thing for me to.
It's cool to have the option. It's cool. Yeah.
I would like, and it would also be a test. Like if I had a big bottle in my house, like test myself. Like, yeah, maybe I had maybe I got a little angry because maybe my day at the casino didn't go so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at the pills. If I don't take them, I win. If I take them, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what I was talking about. I would just like to try one of every pill. Just to see.
After seeing Wolf of Wall Street and hearing my mom talk about how great Quaaludes are, I was like, because I saw the movie and I was like, Mom, do you ever have Quaaludes? And she's just like, let me tell you about Quaaludes. Like, and the way she talked about it was not like, it was just love. It was like she was talking about an ex-lover that she had lost.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh man, those Quaaludes. They don't make them like that anymore.
Christ.
Yeah.
That shit
rocks.
Awesome. Yeah. Let me just say it was freaking awesome. Okay, Quaaludes.
I mention this on the podcast? I did ask my doctor about Quaaludes, and he told me that. Did I mention this before? Have I told you? No. Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, I went to my doctor and I jokingly was like, "Yeah, can I get some Quaaludes?" And he was like, you say that, but there is a level of being a doctor where you can just prescribe Quaaludes. They still manufacture them, just not for normal consumers. And you have to be a research doctor. And And he's like, they can also just get like medical grade cocaine and stuff like that if they're doing research purposes. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, I just don't have that level of education to be like that type of doctor. I was like, well, you fucking should. You should.
I'd like to research if cocaine would make me dance harder. I've got a theory.
Yeah. He's like, well, they catch you
lose some
pretty
weight.
quick if you start just prescribing yourself like coke and quaaludes and like, but
I'm doing a whatever, a freaking experiment
ether
or something.
something. I would love to try like old timey drugs that they don't have anymore, like opium and ether and just weird shit that nobody uses anymore.
People still use opium.
Well, yeah, derivatives. I'm talking about old timey, like made from pure, the real shit.
I want to try that old Coca-Cola recipe. I want to try some.
Or what was in Dr. Pepper, like laudanum, which was like derived from opiates.
A lot of them sugars in it, that's for sure.
No, that's a good. I'll fist bump to that one. Boom. That one gets laudanum to a lot of them sugars. Come on, that one was good.
Okay, sure. Just keep throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks, I guess.
All right, this one's from Fids.
Fids.
It's not loading. Okay, hold on.
Fids. Let's see.
I'm gonna delete these and we'll reload and see if that helps. All right, this one's from not Fids. This one's from Sad Old Mink.
That guy's gonna hear that and
Just
be
want
like,
to say, General Sam, been a fan for a huge fucking time. Poob, absolutely love your fucking Instagram posts. They're fucking fire. My favorite conspiracy theory is probably Bigfoot because everyone's always like, oh, how fucking, will he attack you? Is he scary? What kind of pelt would he make? Is he real? And honestly, I think he'd just be a chill ass fucking dude. Like living out in the fucking woods and stuff. So what's your guys' take on Bigfoot? I'm really curious.
Bigfoot, his natural habitat has been encroached upon by a lot of fent heads in like Oregon and Northern California. I feel like Bigfoot is probably he's probably killing a lot of homeless people in tents and stuff in his woods. I feel like he's probably like a grouchy old man. Like think Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino. Like he's definitely that type mentality.
and I've always been curious if you could have sex with a Bigfoot, but I don't want to really get into that because I could talk about that for hours. A Bigfoot woman, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. His bride, I don't know it. Is there, do people think there's, people don't think there's just a Bigfoot,
I think there's,
right? It's like a whole.
I think it's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster where it's like a relic of times past, the last of his kind. You know,
it's sad.
And
I hate when that kind of shit
he's
happens.
roaming around looking for a woman, Bigfoot, but
then I'd be curious if he could breed with a woman and keep his species in a way,
like a regular woman,
alive.
Dude,
I mean, I don't know how much better it's.
That'd be. And what?
How big is he?
I would assume he's like 8 feet tall or something. Well, Shaq fucked somebody, and she
8 feet tall. I'm talking about his penis, man. How big's his penis? You would assume pretty big.
he has to be hogged out for sure. Then again, I've heard humans are largest penis in relation to their body of any primate, and Bigfoot is some sort of primate, so he might have a tiny little penis, might be micro penis, which could explain why he's
shy.
he's hiding out in the woods and
no pictures.
Yeah,
no pictures, please.
refusing to come into town.
No flash photography. I think I got an acorn stuck to my pelt earlier, and that's what that was.
That's why he's always
I
running
take a picture
away
of him
from
and
the
yeah,
from the
he
cameras.
comes up to me afterwards like, you're going to delete that, right? Just between dudes. I'm kind of a grower, and you kind of got me at a bad time. I
don't have any clothes,
like 30
and
minutes
it's cold
ago.
out here. It's fucking cold. Okay.
Have you noticed it's pretty chilly? And there's a lot of draft going up this mountain. And I would just really like you to delete that picture. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Okay? I'm gonna be totally real. I'm gonna fucking rip you apart if you don't delete that picture. Would you delete it if Bigfoot told you that, or would you go, this picture is going to make me famous and rich?
Am I recording him asking me to delete it because his penis is small? Am I doing that thing where it's like I'm acting like I'm not recording, and in reality I'm holding the phone up to my chest, and it's like an upward
but he's
view
like-
of him, just like
he's like, hey man, are you fucking? I can tell you're recording me. Would you try to book it, or would you just? He's like, I'm gonna need to
your
look at
video
your recently
flash is
deleted
still on,
file.
like it's just doing the flashlight.
Look, I deleted it, and he's like, "What do you think I was born yesterday? Why don't you go to that recently deleted folder on your photos real quick?" At that point, would you book it, or would you say like, "This is gold. I gotta have this"?
I would try to make a run for it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would ask him about the Yeti. I'd be like,
It's a prank. It's a prank.
You know about the Yeti at all? Because that's like another cryptid that's suspiciously just like you, but on the other side of the world. In the
I'll delete
Himalayas.
this photo if you tell me where the Yeti is.
Yeah. And he'd be like, you want to see a small cock? You go to the you go see the Yeti. You think my cock's small? That guy's living up on Everest. It's cold up there. His cock is minuscule.
Even in the heat, it's small.
He says we have an old myth about the Yeti. They say his cock is so small it can't even feed a tick. That's what they say.
Yeah. And then I'd go, really? I don't even think that means it's small. More so just maybe the tick had already died. Maybe the tick was just hanging on for a while dead.
Bigfoot goes like, no, there's really no any two ways about it. It's so small that there's no blood flow to it, and the tick
I'm gonna
dies.
keep this fucking video, and I'm gonna kill you. I've actually heard quite the opposite. I heard you can just kind of be hogged up, and a tick can not find the food it needs.
The blood vessels are too spread out. Yeah.
Did he get a boner in a while? Because if he didn't get a boner, I could see why there wouldn't be a lot of blood. And also, it had only been a day. What are you talking? This feels like personal. Okay.
Well, thank you, sad old mink, for that. This one's from Oilfield Guy.
Fucking OJ Simpson did that shit. Ain't no way he didn't.
That is, that guy is current. That guy, I guarantee you, is working in like Nebraska or like North Dakota. Where are those like fracking oil fields at?
Yeah, he's about to wrap one of those chains around it.
We can tell he's in a truck driving down a big straight road with nothing around him in either direction.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
I'm you know what, I'm gonna agree, just because OJ came out with a book called If I Did It, and he was like, hey guys, I'm not saying I did, but if I did do it, this is how I would do it.
Didn't the publisher also make the if really small on that book so it just looked like it said I did it?
And I think he just talked to a team of lawyers and was like, what's the most I can say without getting arrested?
Wait, dude, look at this fucking book cover. They got his ass.
Yeah, I did it. I did it is like in size 132 font. If is in size 10 font. It's like the smallest.
He didn't write this though. It's by the Goldman family.
Oh, those are the Jewish propaganda. No, this is was Goldman one of the people that he killed?
What do you mean one of the people? Didn't he just kill his wife?
No, he killed his wife and a Jewish waiter that I think was fucking her.
What?
Yeah. And I think his name was
before my time.
Goldman, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson. I guess you can't even look up O.J. Simpson. Who he killed?
Oh, it says the Ron Goldman Foundation for Justice authorized version. Yeah. Okay.
Ex-wife and waiter Ron Goldman. Yeah, they wrote that book and they knew how to make a fucking cover.
They did. Yeah.
Because that's pretty damning.
It seems like a political hit piece.
Well, I don't think they could legally call it I Did It, and they just found a really good workaround.
Yeah.
I did it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he fucking did it. There's no way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think he killed him.
Yeah.
I think they're dead
And
now.
even when the glove didn't fit, it kind of looked like somebody that was trying to put on a glove and not make it fit. Like, have you ever put on a glove?
Also that theory, like he didn't take his medicine or something, it made his hand swell.
No, he just was like, he had his hand all splayed out and beefed up, trying to like, oh, the glove's not going on there. It's like, dude, get that hand completely
blow into it a little.
Yeah, get that hand flaccid and throw it in there. And if I remember correctly, he also had latex gloves on, trying to get the glove on because it was evidence.
Oh, because
yeah,
and it's like, yeah, that's a little. I can barely fit a finger in this. Guys, look.
I have seen like not a documentary on it, but it was something where they were talking about. It wasn't so much that they brought a great case in his defense. It was that the state did a very poor job of presenting their case. Like they just dropped the ball in terms of their court theater just wasn't up to snuff. And he was
also, those gloves fit him like pretty goddamn well. Like they're just like a smallish glove on him. I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah, he could have gotten his hand in there. But
no, his hands are in there. Is this not the picture? Like you could definitely kill.
Yeah, I could.
Your wife.
I could kill a woman and a Jewish guy with those gloves.
I could kill your wife in those gloves easy. I could kill your wife without gloves. If I'm being totally honest.
What about the Jewish guy though? That's a huge part of this.
Well, he's a waiter. I don't know. I mean, how many plates is he carrying out? He might be a lot stronger than me.
That's true.
But if I were
O.J. Simpson, I feel like a guy OJ's size could kill 25 Jewish guys before getting tired with those gloves on. They're not known for being great hand-to-hand combat artists, okay?
Tell that to, I don't know, there's probably someone in the Bible that did something cool.
Yeah. All those myths of the Bible, dude. Yeah. Moses, he like laid waste to like 1,000 Philistines with a jackal's jaw. I'm like, this sounds like fucking fan fiction, dude. This sounds like bullshit made up by people that have gotten their asses kicked for all of eternity. I don't believe a minute of it. But that being said,
thanks for submitting the conspiracy.
Yeah. This one's from Jake.
I think the vaccine messed with my fiance's birth control. 3 years in, shooting ropes all the time, no babies. Gets the vaccine, periods get messed up, she gets pregnant, now we have a daughter. Could be no correlation. The government's been freaking out about low birth rates. Then they attack Roe v. Wade right after the vaccine. It's odd timing. Also, I think it made my dick shrink. By a lot.
My little postscript. Vaccine made my penis tiny.
And also, yeah, man, you're shooting down that. Yeah. You're shooting ropes inside her that long. I think you're just asking for a baby.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you guys need to realize that birth control, they always advertise it as like 99% effective. And if you're with someone for years, you're going to have sex more than 100 times. So statistically, if you're just nutting in her, it's gonna happen. There's that famous picture of a baby being born and it's holding a fucking IUD on its way out. I mean,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Never
that's
heard
an
of that.
awesome. That's an awesome picture. Just holding. I won. Breaking it like shackles.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
Awesome,
baby, rip that shit out on the just a show.
Just a flex. It's also kind of like it kind of sucks because like it's all downhill from there. Like that's your peak, I would think.
Yeah,
you know, like the Nirvana baby from the cover of Nevermind.
Yeah.
Like where are you gonna go from there? He's probably just
into a bigger pool. I mean, what's the more money?
$20
I don't know.
On the
I can think of a couple ways to immediately go further.
Yeah.
More naked. And I do think the vaccine can shrink penises. I think it could make no blood in your penis in that way. A bug could not even sustain itself. And I know I'm supposed to be disagreeing, but I agree completely that a lot of
you know what's
shrinkage
funny
is
is
very
most
possible.
people's like conspiracy theories around the vaccines are like, like blood clotting and stuff like that. This guy's like, I had a kid and I didn't want it. I think it's the vaccine. And my cock's small.
Vaccine made me fertile.
Yeah.
And it shrunk my penis.
Yeah. Actually, that
Which I
being
guess-
said, I got vaccinated. Abby got vaccinated, and we all of a sudden were hit with Olivia right there in the middle of lockdown. What gives?
That's two.
That's two. Yeah. But actually, now that I think about it, she was completely planned, so it wasn't an accident. Yeah.
But
Abby was vaccinated.
about the
I was
penis
vaccinated,
size? Oh.
and then Abby wasn't on birth control, and I nutted in her. I think case closed. Okay.
I don't know. Something. She was ovulating.
Yeah, we had an ovulation calendar, and we had timed it exactly to the dot. Which, by the way, guys, if you're trying to get pregnant, don't do that. It takes all the fun out of it. Yeah, because Abby had that shit mapped out on the second time where she's like, and go. And then we just did it once, and then she was pregnant. The first time around with Madeline, we were like, I guess it just works when you put it in there. It doesn't work like
wouldn't
that.
it be cool if Madeline or Olivia came out and like spit out all the vaccine?
Yeah.
She'd have started,
you dump some garbage in there.
Poison out of you. Yeah. And I've got some just random things from menu. I got a couple other eggs. Let's see what I got in my pockets. Oh, that's gross.
This one's from Big Cum Daddy.
Hello, Greater Sam, and hello, Lesser Sam. You guys decide who's who.
I'm Lesser Sam.
You guys decide.
I want to be the underdog. I'm Lesser
the
Sam.
Third or fourth
The
one.
conspiracy I truly believe 100% is the light bulb conspiracy. The whole, these multi-billion-dollar companies purposefully manufacture stuff so it breaks down over time, so you buy another product. Anyways, keep up the good work, guys. Love you guys.
That's 100%
That
true.
one's interesting. Yeah, they get all big light bulb. Big light bulb, what, like from a big ass lamp? Still got it, right? That's like a callback. But yeah, they got together and they said, let's make these things little piece of shit.
Well, okay, well, I hadn't heard the light bulb one specifically, but planned obsolescence is like, that's in most tech. They don't want it to last forever. And
yeah,
I think a lawsuit was brought up against Apple because they had batteries that basically had a planned end date of like they lasted 5 years and then they usually failed. But the light bulb thing, that I'm assuming that means like light bulb manufacturers decided having these LED light bulbs that lasted forever was a bad business idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they went
make
from
them, I think, more fragile.
They went from incandescent to was it halogen or whatever, where it was like the spinny ones. Yeah. And those lasted for like 5 years. And I remember from as soon as those came out, I got them in my bedroom and they lasted until we got kicked out of the house. So it was like 6 years. I had these light bulbs.
Probably the longest lasting thing in that bedroom ever.
Shaboing. That it was like an insane amount of time. And I kept thinking like, eventually these things are going to go out. And I remember just being astounded by them because, I mean, I grew up in a time where you changed your light bulbs out every month. You would get a new fucking light bulb because you would just burn them out. And having those last for like 5 or 6 years. Yeah, I think they realized, holy fuck, we're not making any goddamn money anymore. Because when they went from the little spinny ones.
What you're saying is opposite, though, right? You're saying they used to be shorter and now they last.
I'm saying they did make better light bulbs, and then they realized like that's not a great business model, because then they went to LEDs and they're like, LED light bulbs last forever. I haven't had an LED light bulb that has lasted the projected life expectancy on the box yet. They always say it'll last for this many thousand hours. It'll last for X amount of years. They go out after like a year and a half for me. They go out pretty quick, and they're expensive.
I might be in the minority here, but I feel like I really don't replace light bulbs very much at all.
I am, which is actually surprising because you have light bulbs on a lot. Yeah, you have a lot of them just hanging around.
I feel like they last long.
I feel like the lower wattage you get to, the longer they last. if that makes sense.
I do
Yeah,
low.
you do
watt,
very
yeah.
low wattage.
Keep it low watt.
You have a lot. You have
low
like
lumens.
You have like 15 bulbs per room, all of them lower than like 30 watts. You get
all of them are less bright than a candle.
Yeah, very.
But with 15 of them, I've got basically one light bulb.
Yeah, you look like it looks like a Catholic church when you go in there. Just
it's like very late dusk.
Yeah, but
it's as bright as midnight.
There was a lesson to be learned that like other companies apparently study the George Foreman grill because George Foreman, great businessman, created the George Foreman grill.
Great boxer.
And he, by the way, his fucking hands are huge. I went to a place where they had like a picture of his life-size hand. It was him and Muhammad Ali's next to each other, and you hold your hands up next to his. Muhammad Ali had big-ass hands. George Foreman's, it would be like getting punched with a fucking cinder block. That guy had some massive hands. But anyways, he made the George Foreman grill, and it was so good, and it lasted forever. It never fucking broke, to the point where it was actually it ruined the company because it was a craze. Everybody bought one, and then they still last now. Like there was never a return customer. People just got one George Foreman grill, and then they were done. I remember I had a George Foreman grill from like 2000 all the way up until I moved out of my mom's house. It was just the same George Foreman grill. We never got a new one because it just worked, and we used it all the time. And because it was such a great product. Apparently companies study that, and they're like, this is how you don't run a business. Don't make a product so fucking badass that it just never breaks.
It has to be good enough that you don't immediately regret it, but give it 2 years.
Yeah, you'll want another
and
one.
let it blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because after a couple of years, you're like, okay, buying a new thing.
Yeah.
But if it's, I don't know. Whoever made that mattress upstairs should do a good ass job because that thing barely stinks and barely sucks me into it. And that's like 40 years old. And they say there's 8 years, my ass.
Yeah. Anyways, great question, or not question, a statement there. Big cum daddy. Thank you for writing it. This one's from Rory.
So there's this new theory. I'm not sure I believe it, but apparently, the negative effects of the sunburn is all made up. It's all made up by the sun cream, big sun cream, in order to make more money and a profit off of innocent people. Like, I don't know, it might be true.
No, go look at fucking Australia's like skin cancer percentages.
My best friend's dad is just riddled with skin cancer from thinking maybe like you're suggesting. And it is bad. He looks very spotty.
Look up that picture of a truck driver that just had his window down for a 20-year career, and he just always had that one side of his body exposed to sun, and his like half of his face is wrinkles and the other half is smooth. His arm is just covered in sunspots and shit, and he's all wrinkly and fucked up.
Wait for a UV9 and go sit outside for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Just see.
Or just look up
like
cancer rates in Australia.
Yeah.
Like
even if it's like the big conspiracy is like you don't get cancer.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a really bad sunburn or sun poisoning? Because it'll make you want to put sunscreen on.
Yeah.
I had little bubbling blisters because I fell asleep on an overcast day, but the UV still get through. And all on my nose were those little orange blisters. Disgusting. Did I get a great tan? Yes. Did I regret it? No. But it was incredibly painful.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get cancer.
You know what I have to watch out for when I go out in the sun? I have to make sure to apply extra to just here, this quadrant on my forehead. This apparently just soaks in sun like you would not believe, dude.
Yeah. It didn't used to get it, so it doesn't know how to react.
Yeah. Up here where the hair is run like cowards, these hairs have ran back onto my head. This exposed forehead area that used to just be the top of my fucking head when I was a kid. This used to be deep in the woods. Okay, this was so deep in the hair woods like you would not believe. Now it's a prairie. Okay, it's been deforested.
Yeah.
This place burns so bad. I have to. Abby goes, honey, it's been an hour. You want to reapply to your fucking forehead? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll fuck up.
I think your triangle's getting a little red, honey.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it in front of other people.
And it's so big, she stands back and she sprays it on there like she's painting a fucking car. Does wide strokes on that shit.
I think we should buy 2 canes. I think we should get
She gets out a fucking spray gun.
Gets on a little rope, climbs up your head.
Like a window cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one,
funny visual.
Rory, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Thanks for writing in. Logan Jabberwocky, that's surely not your real last name, so I'm safe saying it. If your real last name is Jabberwocky, you have struck out. That is awesome. That is an awesome last name.
You have struck out.
Yeah,
That's
not
awesome.
not struck out. You have struck Pater.
You have struck out, you god.
Wrong words.
Man, you're really in the dumps, you hero. I fucking love that name.
Wrong words, but that's awesome last name.
get it.
All right, Logan.
Yeah.
There's a cheese cave in Springfield, Missouri that has 6 million pounds of cheese. Big government is taking that cheese and selling it to all the pizza companies. We are eating 50-year-old cheese every time we eat pizza. Look it up. Thanks a lot.
Look it up. I'm looking up right now. Missouri.
I've heard about these cheese caves.
Missouri's cheese caves store more than 7 million pounds of dairy. Here's why. Okay, but here's the thing about conspiracy theories. Often my in question is, to what end? like why would they
so that big cheese can
our
put
cheese
all the
reserves
pizzas are the same, and you pay 100 for one and 10 for another.
Have you ever seen those like there's been like a couple heist things, like some heist movie I remember seeing where they like break into Fort Knox and they're like, it's empty, there is no gold, like they stole it all or something, like the government has squandered our money, like it's our gold, it's the people's gold. Like imagine like we go to break into the cheese caves and where did the cheese go? The cheese is all gone.
I want to make a 7 million pound pizza. Where's all the cheese? This is the people's cheese.
Where's our cheese? Dude, that would turn me into a libertarian immediately. I'd be like, we need some goddamn accountability up there at the federal level. What happened to our cheese, man? Where's our cheese?
They're doing whatever they want with all our cheese, and now the pizzas are different again. No.
Dude, we start
Now
running
people
out of
have
cheese.
better
I
pizza.
guarantee you the Americans would be as on board with invading like Italy or wherever the fuck cheese is made. As if it's like an oil-bearing country, you know? It's like, take over the cheesemakers.
Or just go to that cave with the incredible amount of
No, our
cheese
cheese
in
cave
it.
would be depleted in this scenario.
Oh, okay,
Our cheese
okay.
reserves are gone. We will wage full war on Wisconsin and Italy.
All
and
of our cheese is only a year old. It's not 50 years old.
Fresh cheese.
Isn't cheese like, don't it get better the longer?
Yeah, if you're a fucking
right.
like wine freak, I think like mozzarella is good fresh. I mean,
like freshly grated or like freshly like.
no, I think you
just
can like
got
make
cheesed?
it, and then I think within a day it's ready. I think it's not a long process to make mozzarella.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take your word.
But like
for
stuff
it.
like
And now-
Parmesan is aged for quite some time.
I mean, I would be interested to try the cheese in the cave.
I would too. This also, by the way, this is in what looks like a salt mine. Have you ever seen what the
I bet
inside of a
they-
salt mine looks like? It looks badass. They cut through the salt
Let me
and
Google
then
this because I would like to.
and they leave like pillars of salt for stability. It's very cool.
And then if you put some cheese on that and it's soaking up the salt, that's gonna be really good in another 1,000 years.
It's called Springfield Underground. The underground warehouse, which opened in 1946, is a limestone quarry. It's not a salt mine, sorry.
Ooh.
It's home to 50 different companies, employs 600 workers, and sees 600 trucks per day. Erlen Group president and CEO John Greismer said, Erlin Group is a collective of industrial companies that includes Springfield Underground. Well, what about cheese? Where's the cheese coming in?
This place does look awesome. And if one of you viewers are one of the 600 people that works there, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what it's, because it also looks like a place that would start to kind of, I feel like you'd start to go crazy if you worked in a underground cheese cave. But what do I know?
Okay. What it is Kraft Heinz makes cheese, and then they just use it. They lease out space at Springfield Underground to store it, to age it for many years, because it's like, they don't.
So I guess the real conspiracy is that every pizza place is using Kraft or Heinz.
Yeah.
Or is it Kraft Heinz?
It's Kraft Heinz.
They're not owned
It's one company.
It's the same company? Jesus
Well, eventually Kraft Heinz is going to merge with Apple, and then it'll just be like one. How cool would that be when like various industries all merge together? It's like, come to us if you want iPhones or cheese or cars.
Hot Pockets.
We do everything.
We're the guys that make pizza rolls, and we're the guys that make your phone. What do you want?
The Daewoo.
What do you want, a pizza phone? Come on, get real.
The Daewoo of the future. That company Daewoo, they used to make fucking cars and microwaves, which is an awesome spread of shit.
I mean, I get that more than cheese and cars. I can understand a microwave being like a car.
I think Mitsubishi also just made a.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
they make a wide variety of things.
I bet Toyota makes a goddamn oven or something. I mean,
sure. Okay, well that's
sure.
I said I'm sure.
Oh, I thought, sure, yeah,
whatever, dude.
Yeah, and now it's fact. I bet they make ovens and pizza.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, whatever, man. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Well, Logan, that turned out to be just confirmed. Yeah, they are just storing a shitload of cheese in.
Some of these are just real things.
There's a big cheese cave. That's awesome.
And
this one's from Ryan.
My name is Ryan from Canada, and the conspiracy theory I believe in is that Bryan is still on the podcast. He's just gotten extra quiet.
Now would be the time for Bryan to. We need to get him back to just be like, "Hey guys,
yeah,
I have been here the whole time."
Wait, that would be funny if we could get him to do just a voice line of just like, what the hell?
Huh? You guys need me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to playing my fucking fighting game or whatever. I'm going back to.
I go back to my slumber.
Yeah, going back to playing. God, what was the name of that Fortnite rhythm game he was playing?
Butter Barn.
I'm going back to my Butter Barn top score. Yeah. What an awesome claim to
I've
fame.
got some fucking work to do. Do you need me or not?
Butter Barn calls.
I gotta get on the weekly leaderboard.
Yeah. This one's from Tinas.
I believe that MK Ultra never ended. I think that the experiments went on longer for when they claim that they stopped. I think the outcome of those experiments are what we face today, with how easy it is to manipulate the masses in terms of music and movies and media and news and politics. That's just what I believe in.
Oh, disgusting.
I love how it's such a serious. This guy's like a legit. A legit conspiracy. MK Ultra never stopped, dude.
These guys are on fire tonight. Oh my god, they just know how to. They just throw in some at the end that's just brilliant. That is so funny, dude.
I did not realize
I perfectly timed and executed fart noise. Oh my god.
I did not realize, like, I looked up MK Ultra when he mentioned it, because I know that
mind control.
It's in like the, people always mention MK Ultra all the time, and I knew it was like something about they just gave people, like, forced LSD on people, but I did not realize the origin of the project was 1940s Nazis. They would conduct experiments on human subjects.
They were doing all sorts of shit over there.
And then it continued once they came back over here with Operation Paperclip.
Sure. But like the way he's saying, like, you can tell because the way people are moved by music and stuff. Have you listened to Curtis Mayfield not been moved or something? You heard that new Despicable Me track from Pharrell? Like, music gets you going, and that's not because of drugs.
I think you're also really like the whole like accusation of MK Ultra of like controlling people's minds. You're really just glossing over just how dumb the average person is and how easily they are to kind of manipulate. I think
how easily entertained.
Yeah.
A simple whoopee cushion fart could make a man laugh for maybe days after. And you're just not getting that.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
Hey, maybe we've been
Can we
dosed.
listen to the fart again?
Maybe
Or
we've
no?
been dosed. But
I would like to hear the fart
I
again.
can't skip forward. We have to listen to the schizo rant to begin with.
It's okay. I like the
I
build
believe
up into the
that
just
MK Ultra never ended. I think that
Sure.
Yeah, whatever,
the
dude.
experiments went on longer for when they claim that they stopped. I think the outcome of those experiments are what we face today with how easy it is to manipulate the masses in terms of music and movies and media and news and politics. That's just what I believe in.
Still
It
funny.
is-
I
it
mean,
is
that's
still
just
funny,
hilarious. That is really good stuff. And just what a great way to just change the tone entirely of
Yeah.
what you just said. It's like the guy that was like, "Yeah, I made my dick small, really small." Like, just great enders on these.
Yeah.
I think the speak pipe people are getting more and more. They're
Getting better.
Getting better.
Yeah,
at
they're
it.
getting better. Yeah. This one's from you want to do like 10 more?
Sure.
Okay. So it's 1 a.m. I'm getting cranky. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, let's not do too many more.
Fids.
Hello, Sams. If I had to choose a conspiracy theory that I believe in, I'd say it's the 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting. The guy had to reload like every second for it to be possible for one guy. You know, the brother of the guy got caught with like terabytes of child porn right after, like they're trying to hide shit up. I don't know, but great content, guys. Love it. Got to keep me busy at work, so thank you.
I am going to gloss over the whole did that guy have help or whatever, because that is a conspiracy theory, but I am going to highlight, imagine you are that guy's brother and you are just looking at a bunch of child porn and your brother decides to shoot up like 300 people. Yeah. Holy fuck, dude, you could have given me some goddamn warning. Imagine his mad scramble to get rid of all that child porn.
Just hitting his computer with a bat. Come on, die! I've got maybe days until they come.
He probably swooped down on that guy in 12 hours.
Yeah, I wonder how long he had. And I mean, I don't want to. I wonder what he had to do to get rid of all that. Like, what a weird question to ask. Like, I just assume he just like flush them down the toilet. Your computer. I don't know.
Magnets to everything. I don't know.
Yeah. Get a magnet off my fridge. Hold it against the case. Come on. Why isn't it working?
That is you really fucked over his brother in a big way. Although, you know, being a guy that's collecting a bunch of child porn, you definitely deserve to get caught. But
you're saying him.
Yeah.
Okay. Being a guy, just the phrasing on that.
Yeah. No, not me. As a guy that also, I sympathize with you, sir.
Yeah.
Hopefully my brother doesn't end up shooting out of a casino window someday. I hope my brother would have the good graces of telling me ahead of time so I could empty.
It's like a week.
Give me some time to empty the cash a little bit. That is funny though that he got caught doing that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, man. And if you could have thrown a fart in at the end of that, just to lighten the mood a little, much obliged. Yeah. Thank you though for submitting.
I was honestly though, when we were in Vegas, I was looking at all those buildings and stuff too, and I was like, I'm surprised that shit hadn't happened earlier with how many people just go to Vegas, lose a bunch of money, and go like, oh fuck, like fuck shit.
I want to kill a bunch of people now. Yeah, I was looking over those buildings going, God, I wish I were in one of those hotels and not looking at this stone wall
Ours
that I made.
Honestly, I felt like I was cheated in Vegas. Because Formula One was there, I didn't get to see just the strip. You know, I didn't get to stand on the sidewalk.
Those fountains
and look
were closed.
at the other casinos and like the neon lights and everything. I felt like so confined inside some sort of like adult jungle gym or something.
Yeah, the traffic was goddamn horrible too, and I couldn't recreate any of the scenes from Ocean's 11 or The Hangover.
Oh, I wanted to do an Ocean's 11 thing where we were all just standing there and
I almost rewatched that last night. I got to rewatch that.
One of the most rewatchable movies of all time.
Yeah, it's just killer.
It's just a good ass movie. Steve Soderbergh is honestly one of the most underrated directors out there. I fucking love that guy. Such a cliche thing to do like the ensemble. Like here's the lineup of all the people that are, you know, the
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, like the character introductions for like a big heist movie. And the way they do it in that movie is, it's cliche, but it's fucking good. It's just a really good lineup.
Even if it's cliche, but it's badass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like one of the most rehashed things in movies, and they usually make it suck. And it's just, that one's good.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it is disappointing how people make cool things suck.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that hard.
This one's from White Buffalo.
A conspiracy that I believe in, I'm not sure if there's a name for it, but it's like companies pay for political parties or activism groups against what they want, and then make them do bad like publicity stunts, kind of like Just Stop Oil or something.
I was just going to say,
PETA.
like,
oh, I get what he's saying.
The ones where it's like, like anti-environmental people like doing shit where everyone's like, why would you do that? And it just makes them look bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If I were an evil company, I'd probably do that.
I'd probably do that. Like, I want you to be our opposition and make yourself look like an asshole and go throw tomato sauce on the Mona Lisa.
I'd hire a real environmental group and be like, guys, I got a great idea. Why don't you go to the Anne Frank house and take a shit? Fucking attic. Why don't you go in there and burn that bitch down and just say, because of coal?
Yeah.
Let's make it all nuclear. Yeah. Go to Chernobyl and just hit one of those radioactive dogs with a car.
What was the, there was like a VW showroom or something like that. Some people like glued their hands down to the floor, and then the workers just worked around them for a while and then closed up for the weekend and left them there. And they were like, they're like, you're not going to like do, and they just left them. They closed down shop and walked away. And they're like,
you're not going to adopt an elephant or something? Come on, man. What the hell? Yeah. I mean, it's a weird rabbit hole to go down, because then you're like thinking about always like, there are just stupid people that do dumb things for their cause.
Yeah, just misguided people.
But also, like, I could definitely see an element of, like, make these people look bad, do fake shit that makes them look bad. I bet that does go on in some capacity, but
yeah,
I don't have the answers.
Neither do I, but I love pretending like I have the answers.
So I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
Because I just remembered that I was being the one that goes against these. So I don't think so.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go the Alex Jones route and say everybody's a crisis actor. No bad things really happen.
And I'm going to say shit happens. It's how the cookie crumble.
I'm going to say the cookie doesn't crumble unless the puppeteer demands of it.
Unless it's dipped in milk. And I'm going to say you don't need milk for a
the
cookie
milk
to
of
crumble.
federal corruption disintegrates the cookie.
Sometimes shit happens. My older brother had a poster that said shit happens in a bunch of different ways. And when I was a kid, I'd look at it and go, that's cool that it has cursing on it. But it'd be like Buddhism. Shit happens because you were bad. And then it'd be like Catholicism. Shit happens because you did. And it went through like 100 different categories. Really classic poster. You guys should look that up.
Did he get it from
Shit happens poster.
Spencer Gifts?
No idea. No idea. I just thought it was pretty cool.
Okay, this one's from Wombat.
My conspiracy theory is that I think the Olympics are fraudulent, are faked. I think nobody watches them. I think the athletes aren't even the best in the world. They're just paid actors. That's pretty much it. First off, how many real life people have you talked to about the Olympics? Okay. All the shit we know is coming from news, social media. Nobody gives a fuck. There's no word of mouth on the Olympics. I didn't even know they were happening this year. I forgot about the Olympics. Okay? Nobody cares. This is propped up.
All right. Tell me you don't have friends without telling me.
Yeah, I was going to say, not going to lie. I thought this way because I was like, oh shit, the Olympics are happening. Then I went outside for like a week. And every person I talked to is like, "You watching the Olympics?" I'm like, oh shit, should I be watching it? I think it's very talked about. I think it's a spectacle, and I think I don't know, dude. Why don't you race one of those people and see if they're paid actors?
I do think in some sports, especially like team sports, they don't have the best of the best because it is weird how like.
Did you watch Team America basketball play?
No, that is a rarity though. Is that it seems like for basketball you can usually lure in some of the like the best of the best in U.S. sports. Yeah. Like I think what Steph Curry went to the Olympics.
LeBron James.
Yeah, and there was the Dream Team from the 90s,
Embiid.
But
yeah,
I mean for like Olympic baseball, like do they get the best baseball players of current time to go there and play? Like I feel like
baseball.
I think they had. Yeah, I think Olympic
baseball.
There's Olympic baseball in there.
Damn, I mean, I honestly, like I said, I didn't. But then there is a point of like, I'm sure you've heard about the whole breakdancing debacle, where the Australian woman, like her husband was on
the committee.
She like made the committee basically, and her husband approved her to go, and then. She was awful, and now she's getting destroyed online. It's like, is she the best breakdancer? No. Is it about knowing the right people? Sometimes, maybe. Yeah. And I bet,
What's funny, though, is she's basically...
that shit couldn't happen in America. You couldn't go on the basketball team if you're not, like, fucking phenomenal.
I'm sure she...
In Australia, where it's just lawless.
Lawless.
And they're just doing whatever... I'm surprised they didn't put a freaking kangaroo in the Olympics. Am I right?
I love how they'll breakdancing's not even in the next Olympics. They got yanked out. No,
they got gone. Their chance.
Yeah, it's gone.
And Ray Gun ruined it. Thanks a lot.
She's probably hated by all the other breakdancers.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's an awesome prank if she was doing it as a prank. But she's like, kind of now. I saw a video where she's like, I did not expect this backlash. Like, how? You've cheated your way into a very widely watched, spectacle, and you suck.
Yeah,
there's probably gonna be some backlash. But if she had done it as a joke, it would be legendary.
That's true. Yeah,
it'd be like a very famous example of getting in there and making a prank. Like if an Impractical Joker went in there and breakdanced as a punishment, that would be really funny. But because she did it in a way where she's just like, yeah, I thought it was
good. I thought I killed that shit.
Me and my husband both think I'm great at breakdancing.
My husband, that's a judge, thought he gave it a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
There used to be a time where I would think that it was actually not that long ago. I thought that I feel like the Olympics has become too broad of an event, and I think they need to dumb it down and make
it should just be javelin.
It should just be like who can run the fastest, who can swim the fastest,
throw the fastest,
who can throw a heavy fucking rock the farthest, like feats of strength where you're a solo person. Once there's like a rule book, you're not doing a sport, you're playing a game. Like I don't feel like basketball should be at the Olympics. It's a game. There's like anything that has like a playbook. Nah, it should just be solo person that is doing a thing as a feat of strength or a feat of agility. high jump, pole vaulting, stuff like that. And then the one thing that changed my mind was watching the Winter Olympics in a little sport called curling, where they push the rock across the ice and those fellas with the brooms slow it down and guide it. That I have never been more on the edge of my seat watching something in my life than watching curling. Curling is the most exciting sport that the Olympics has ever had. I love it. It totally changed my mind. I don't watch the other stuff though. Personally,
I love it. Yeah, I think curling's great because before that, the only curling I'd ever seen is at the mirror in my gym when I got my dumbbells. But nah. but no, I'm gonna go ahead and just stop that joke. Yeah. I find it a great time to exhibit some patriotism.
Yeah.
Did I say that word right?
Yeah.
I like whatever that is sometimes when I see the Olympics and we just destroy.
Yeah.
I think, wow, that's pretty cool. I do think kind of to get rid of these conspiracy theorists, a lot of people have talked about it. I do think it'd be good in each category to just put a regular ass dude.
They did that for one of the track ones, like the 500 yard or something like that.
Do that again.
There was just
People will shut
there was
up.
like a regular guy that was running. I don't know why, but he was just in a lane.
No, but that's a great, like, have a guy that's even like I played varsity in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all right. Throw them in there and you'll see just how goddamn good they are.
Yeah, they fly.
We need that comparison because when it's like the 10 fastest people in the world running, you're like, are they that?
Yeah.
I mean, I see the number. I don't know what that number means. Are they that fast? Throw, I don't know, some athletic-ish guy. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Most people I hang out with aren't. But help me out here. Like, the outdoor boys guy. Throw him in there. And you'll see they're very fast. Throw a Happy in there. I don't give a shit, okay?
If you could do like an Olympic sport, what would be your like what would be the one that you'd be like, I want to excel at this?
That's a question that's speaking also on this guy being like, nobody's talking about it. That is like the number one question I've been asked lately is, if you could be an Olympian, you could pick any sport, what would it be?
Yeah.
And I never had a good answer.
I think shot put. To say that like
would be
I can
cool.
throw a fucking rock farther than you could even image. That would
Is
be
there like Olympic golf? I'd like to be like really good at golf because I suck. I don't know. Like I probably would want to just selfishly be really good at a solo thing.
Yeah.
That way you can really excel.
Yeah, I feel like that's the purest form of sports is like just you're just a guy.
But like even though Michael Phelps is like really incredibly dominant and good, he's still a swimmer in a stupid little swim cap.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be swimming based anything. And running, it's a little like okay, so you can run
I got
really
a car.
fast.
I don't give a fuck.
I've seen a cheetah.
Yeah. Pole vaulting is
And,
cool because what if Tremors happens? You seen that movie? They pole vault in that movie. You'd be pretty damn safe.
Thought I'd seen the movie, but I don't remember pole vaulting.
Are you
but I
kidding
know the
me?
big
That's
worms.
how they get from rock to rock because the whole movie is basically the floor is lava, but the floor is worms, and they use the poles to get from boulder to boulder.
Kevin Bacon in that movie.
Kevin Bacon's in that movie, and I remember I recently read something about him where he said when he was making that movie, it was the worst period of his career at the time because he was on the up and up, and then his career started to falter, and then he ended up
Footloose,
and then he ended up doing Tremors, and he was like, "I'm fucking washed up. This is the end, dude. Like I'm in the middle of the fucking desert, and I'm doing this worm movie where these people have like little hand puppet worms, and they're grabbing my ankles." He's like, "This movie's gonna suck. I'm just a shit actor now." And then it came out, and it was like a smash hit, surprisingly.
And then he got the call for X-Men First Class, and he said, "I'm back."
I'm fucking back. Yeah, throw a grenade at me.
Yeah, I'm back. This is Tremors level shit.
Dude, growing up, I thought Tremors was the coolest movie. I love that movie. It was awesome.
I like the idea. I definitely need to rewatch because I don't remember pole vaulting. It sounds like a very big part of it.
I mean, since the whole movie is basically the floor is lava, like it's such a kid-centric movie. Like watching it and having, there's like a scene where he's like running down the front porch of a building, and like the fucking worms coming under the porch, and all like the boards are like getting knocked up off the porch behind him, like as he's running. It's just shit that like as a kid,
reminiscent of.
It's easy to imagine. Like I would just go out in my backyard and like jump from like little thing to little thing, going like Trimmer's movie. I saw it way too young. Like my dad shouldn't have shown me that movie. But
sounds like one of the games you get in Jumanji or something. You know, like it's just very nostalgic and very cool. But to answer your question, I think I'd want mine to be javelin.
Javelin? Have you seen those the old timey throws that are illegal now?
No, do they like hit their wife and throw it really far? They get all angry.
No, so, like, you know, the classic javelin throw where they do like a little running start and they throw it.
Is that not what they do?
No, that's how they do it now. But in like the 50s or the 40s, some guy pioneered one, like a throwing method where you take the javelin and you hold it kind of next to your side, and then you do like a shot put thing where you just spin really quick and just fucking let it loose like a discus. And the farthest javelin throw that's ever been done was in that method. But the people that were judging it were like, that was so insanely dangerous because it didn't even go the direction you wanted it to go. It went really far, but
man, I just watched this new movie, Twister. And it's pretty badass. It can happen if you spin quick enough. So
I'm just gonna throw this fucker into the stands real quick. It's gonna.
The pole vault guys get trimmers. I want Twister. Okay, let me have this.
Yeah. But javelin throw is pretty cool for sure.
I did shot put in 8th grade, and I, as I've mentioned, a plethora of times, was incredibly tiny at this time and just very weak. But I did it to get out of running practice. I did discus and shot put. And, you know, I'd throw that bitch 10 feet. I don't know. I don't even know. Is that really bad? I mean, like, whatever really bad is.
Whenever you look at, like, professional shot putters, they're always, like, just the biggest fucking guys in the world.
I damn near break my toes every time. And everyone else that did it took it very seriously, and they all despised. I think that I did it just to get out of doing running training. And lo and behold, like, I probably needed that practice because I was so very slow at running. But I had a good scheme. My coach would go, you got to run a lap. I'd go, I got to practice discus. And he'd go, no, you can't practice discus. You got to practice running. I'd go, okay, well, can I practice starting off the blocks? Because I'm not very confident starting off blocks. And he'd go, yeah, I don't give a shit. You suck. And then I never actually practiced. And it's like, you'd think it'd just be like pushing off a block, but it's like the other kids were way better at it, and they were way faster, and they could throw a lot further. And I only had to do discus or shot put like in one meet, but it was one of the more humiliating moments of my life because, I mean, I threw at 10 feet, and the other people are like big ass corn fed dudes. They're just like hurling it, and whatever. I only did that shit to hang out with my friends, so you know I wasn't really interested in running fast or throwing far.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever had to do like track or anything like that. Like, I
didn't have to do first.
I think I took weightlifting. I think to get out of doing regular PE.
This is like on the track team.
Oh, you were on. Why did you join the track team if you didn't want to run?
Like I said, because all my friends did.
Oh, okay.
And then they were talking about next week they're all going to jump off a bridge, and I said that sounds mighty fine.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I was about to say like, why the fuck would you do that? And I realized I played soccer for years, just because my friends played it.
I actually like soccer.
And it took me. I was about to stop playing soccer when I found out that there was positions. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you said that before. Like really insane. Yeah, it's like probably one of the first thing you learn after kicking a ball.
There was a guy that was the goalie. I didn't know there was like. I thought the rest of us were just kind of running around with the ball. But
why do I keep getting offsides? I'm not totally sure of the rules here. You're probably worn out. You're probably running the whole fucking field every time.
Nah, I'd kind of just sit still.
Nah.
Are you gonna come back and talk? Okay, yeah. Whenever you
kid like you, they make defender. They say you're not gonna be running much. You're gonna be a defender. You're gonna be a stationary one.
I was really glad when all my friends moved from baseball to soccer though, because you could. In baseball, they space you out so much you can't talk to your homies until after the game's over. But soccer, I could stand next to someone in the middle of the field and be like, "What's up, dude? How you doing?" Ball's all the way over there. We can talk for a little bit.
Yeah, that was I mean, I've definitely said this before, but I was a forward on a team that was. We were just awful, Indiana wise. And I just get to talk to their defenders a lot. We chit chat about video games and stuff. And when I did golf, I was so bad I'd be on the bottom of the team. And I just try to talk to the other teams. And so many people took that shit so seriously. I'm like, man, you're the same as me. Even though you might be a lot better at golf, we're on the bottom of our respective teams. And don't you just want to chit chat a little? Never. So cold. One time I brought Chips Ahoy in my golf bag. Not a single other kid took one. And I'm offering them, and they're like, "You're eating, right?" I'm hungry. Goddamn, what are we? Who are we kidding here? And
Even if I was good, I'd try to be more of a John Daly type than a fucking stuck up my ass Tiger
guys,
Woods.
You want a beer? And they're like, "Jesus Christ, we're 14." I'm like, "Come on, you want to smoke a little
I
weed?"
got a fifth in my fucking
my bag. Coaches and watching us they don't even give a shit about us. Our parents aren't here. We suck. Nobody's watching us. You want to do a mulligan? No. Okay. You want to maybe try experimenting on each other? No. Okay. What can we do but golf? Nothing. It just sucked.
It is. It's kind of as a parent,
sense of humor.
I hope my kid doesn't end up being that competitive and serious that early in life. Being
I was very competitive, very young, and then I lost.
Yeah, being a teenager and just being
I meant younger.
On the golf team or whatever, and being that serious.
Now, would I have liked my parents to show up to even a single match? Sure. Okay. Would I like them to support me a little? Nah, whatever. But I remember when I was really young in soccer, I was super. I had a little bit of a bad attitude.
Did you care at all if your parents showed up to games?
Well, you want me to say it's a surgery scar? Yeah, I would have liked them to go to more, I think. But they went to some and they went to the one game. It wasn't the big game, but they showed up when they could. Whatever. This isn't what this is about, but when I was really young,
it's funny though,
they had to go to all my games because they had to drive me there.
Oh yeah.
What?
I was gonna say, I feel like people want the opposite of what they have, because I grew up and not only would my mom and dad come to my games, every game, but my aunt would come, my uncle would come, my grandfather would come, everybody. And afterwards I'd be like, guys, it's just a fucking, why are you here? Why, you don't need to show up to every fucking game, okay? I don't even take this.
Little Sam, loved by the whole family.
I don't even take this as seriously.
Throughout.
You guys have day jobs and shit. I don't want to. I just didn't think it was a big enough deal for them to show up. Because it's not like they're hanging out with me. They're just sitting really far away on a stand watching me suck.
My own mother didn't even show up to my birth. Right? But one time at a Little League game, I was pretty competitive at the time, and I thought I was pretty good. And I've told this story. I'm gonna gander 4 times on this podcast, but our coaches warned us, this kid coming. You guys all play Little League baseball. You play soccer. You're not that good. You're not that serious. This kid's whole life is Little League soccer. He basically told us, you guys are gonna get destroyed. Don't let it get to you. Which at the time I'm like, fuck. You think I'm gonna get fucking destroyed? I'm the best kid on the worst team. Okay, you think I'm gonna let that happen to us? And this kid just, he megged me. He could do things on a soccer ball I couldn't do with a real pair of balls. You know what I'm saying? But he was just really good. And at one point he knocked me over. Not only was he good, he was a sportsman. and he extended a hand to help me up, and I slapped his hand away. And at the time, I was just angry. And then after the game, I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, Dad, like, you believe that guy?" And they were like, "You little piece of shit! Like, we saw you do that, incredibly unsportsmanlike." And they were very angry at me. I didn't get it. I'm like, that guy just came to my house and just shit all over my fucking floor, and like it made me look like a little asshole. Yeah. And that kid ended up being on my soccer team in high school, and he was really, hey, he's still good. You know, what do you want? What do you want, Steve? You want me to suck you? Like, oh, good. You're good at soccer. Are you a pro now? No. Okay.
Yeah, neither are you.
You were doing math. Okay. Yeah. I can still kick a ball. Okay. I heard you're in a wheelchair. Okay. I heard you got hit by a car and they never found the guy that did it, or girl, or whatever. But I heard you got maimed, and I heard you're not even that good anymore.
You should go. You should go fucking juke him in his wheelchair with a ball, soccer ball.
Kick it in between the wheels on it. Oh, Meg you.
Yeah. No, when I was like 10, I saw it was a kid on my team. His name's Drew. He was so much better than me in every conceivable way. And he,
smarter.
Yeah, everything, dude. This kid.
Less family going to his games.
And no, his family had a very strange, like, swinger vibe with another kid's family, Colin. They had bought houses next to each other, and they had met each other and gone on double dates with each other's, like, wives and stuff when they were in college together. And then it was just strange how close they were. They were just so
a lot of pineapples.
Very close to each other.
Upside down.
Yeah. And I remember he did that thing where, as you're like, I guess what with the soccer ball it's called dribbling, as he's dribbling the ball towards me, he did that thing where he like hit it with his heel and like knocked it up in the air in front of him.
A rainbow kick. I can do that.
Yeah.
So.
He like juked to the left and then did that to the right, and I was just like out of my element. Like I'm not like
over his head.
What?
Like over his head, or just like with his feet, like at a below hip
level. Just
okay. I was gonna say that is remarkable if he did an over the head rainbow kick and it actually worked, because I tried that once. Most not gonna work in a game for kids like me, but this kid does sound really good.
No, he was. I saw that and I was like, the athleticism's like beyond what I'm even. I don't even see it on the horizon. That's not even something I could learn in years, probably.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're not going to.
I was like, it's over for me.
Sounds like Steve.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Let me go ahead and just stick to talking with people on the field and hanging out and waiting for the concessions after the game. But
I'm more into roughhousing and just kind of hanging out. The only reason I know how to rainbow kick it is because I used to practice that during practice instead of practicing like real fundamentals. Kind of like the track team. Yeah, like instead of learning like, I don't know,
running,
scoring, running or like kicking the ball like up in the air to the top left or right of the goal. I just practiced rainbow kicking like constantly. And then eventually I had like the cleanest rainbow kick on the team. Nothing to show for it. No accolades. I mean, I got some varsity time, but you can't do a rainbow kick in a game because my coach would literally probably rip my coach was very scary, very aggressive, and he would have hurt me. If I had tried that?
Wait, what the hell? Well, you can't do a rainbow kick in game. Jesus Christ! I just looked over. You look like a ghoul from Fallout. The way you were looking,
I look like a blue
your
beetle.
Fucking nose was missing. We only have 5 more of these left. I'm gonna fucking hit you.
Yeah,
Matt!
Okay. You're allowed to rainbow kick. It's just
Matt. It's
pull it
broken. Hold on, I broke it. All right, Matt again.
Hey, I'm Matt. Long time listener, first time speak piper. My conspiracy is that Poob isn't actually autistic, and all the signs that point to being autistic are actually just cover-ups for him being a raging homosexual. And I think it's a pretty dirtbag move by him to pretend to be autistic just to cover
I've
up
never
his
said I'm
sexuality.
autistic.
And he should really stop doing that.
Yeah, I'm on this Matt guy side. That one's confirmed.
And I have to be the guy that goes against it. I don't think I'm gay or autistic, but
no, you have to say I'm not gay. I am 100% autistic. It's not a cover up.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to do this.
Hey, Travis.
So I want to start off by saying I'm not a white supremacist. Get that out of the way. Right away.
This isn't good.
Okay, I feel like this one's
the
gonna
great
go.
replacement theory. That's true. It is true. I was just driving through Brampton the other day, which I guess Bryan would know this because it's near Toronto. It's playing Spot the White Person. I was driving through for about 40 minutes. Not one. Not one. I don't know. That's it.
Not a white supremacist, but I often find myself playing Spot the White Person. My favorite game.
Yeah.
And once again, the results are not what I want. Not a white supremacist. I'd like it to be a million.
Consider for a moment that you are you're born in, you pulled the shit end of the lottery and you're born in a country that is not very stable. Like a place like Syria or something like that. Or South America somewhere where their economy has gone wonky. If you're going to move, you're going to go to a place like the US or you're going to go to Canada. I think Canada is the new American dream. Like you have a higher probability of getting the American dream, which is house, car, and a job in Canada than in the US. And so yeah, those people are flocking. Like if you're leaving your country, if it's like destabilized, fuck yeah, I'd be moving to Canada too.
Did you watch the Olympics and you're going to call Canada the American dream? Okay. We won hard. We won, right? Yeah, I mean, we did. I didn't actually look at the results, but I'm just going to assume we won big time.
I don't think a country can win the Olympics, dude.
Yeah, you can. You get the most.
Oh, out of all the categories.
Or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Wait.
That's true.
That's a good. I guess they don't do it at the end. Like,
yeah,
the winners,
this is the best country in the fucking world right here.
Yeah. Who won Olympics?
Who won Olympics? You Googled that? Who won the Olympics?
Yeah. And it just sent me a fucking
just
thing.
Big American
there
flag.
are no winners. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's not the point of it. That's not what I want to see. Who's the best though? Who are we beating? Whatever. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. America won it. Okay.
They have won the most overall medals.
That's what's up. So never mind.
I wonder what Canada got.
Yeah.
Probably methinks they won. Oh, you guys like the fucking Winter Olympics.
I forgot yet.
Don't you?
Yeah. Canada didn't win the Olympics, so I wouldn't move there. Hockey. Never mind.
Yeah.
But that what was it? The white replacement theory? Is that what he was talking about? I don't think there's any sort of like conspiracy to replace white people. That would just be weird. I just feel like we're not having as many kids as we used to.
Yeah, I feel like you're just looking. You're playing games.
Yeah. There's also just not nearly as many of us compared to like everybody else, really.
Yeah, and that's a big problem. I'm gonna have 50 kids.
Well, I mean, look at like there's only 300 million
I'm gonna adopt.
U.S. citizens, and like Western Europe is actually a pretty small place with a pretty decently small population compared to the rest of the world. It's just more people are moving around more now than ever before.
Yeah.
This one's from Ron Jeremy. I don't know if that's his real name or.
That'd be funny.
I think that Sam is playing the long game with the rocket hand. When he reveals that he never liked it in the first place, it'll break Poob.
Oh, I just now understood what he's talking about. Have you not yet?
Is he talking about the collage with the rocket hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me re-review it. Hold on. I'll tell you right now if I'm sticking to my guns on this one.
I actually think I do like it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I am just as enamored with it.
I think the perspective is a little odd, even though we argued about this.
I think the perspective is perfect.
12.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Because if the hands fall, I don't think that's. I don't know. I've never seen a hand like with a rocket out of it. I just think that's ridiculous. I have seen a little alien point a gun at it. Wait, I mean a skeleton point a gun at a little alien. That I get, but I don't
I
really
love how you put a cowboy hat on the pinky and turned into a little person, but a rocket coming out the palm was where you were like, I draw the line here.
I just didn't believe
you didn't believe it.
You did.
I feel like if you stick your hand down like this and you shoot a goddamn rocket through it, it would look exactly like that.
I guess we'll see, and I guess this guy's conspiracy is right, and he's just fucking with me.
No, this guy's wrong. I love it. Thank you, Ron. And this one's from Granny.
Thanks, Ron.
I like to believe in alternate universes, like, say, either minor differences. Could be you guys may have never met the exact moment you did. You guys may not be here today. Also, I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let any of the hate get to your head. Just keep doing you.
Oh, that one was that ended on a very pleasant note. And you know, when he mentioned that, he was like, as if we'd never met. I just remembered to our first time meeting in Guac's village. I look up and I see you perched up on Poob's perch up there on that little rafter. And
Guac and Aqua's village, kind of, but mainly Guac's.
Yeah, I think it was Guac's village.
Yeah,
Come on,
more subscribers.
Yeah.
So.
And he's not around anymore, so it's you kind of Aqua's had stuff since then, so you got to give that village to Guac, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd probably kill myself if that day never happened, or I'd be
in a much better
more
place.
fulfilled.
I think if we never met, we would each be our kings in our own empires.
I'd probably technically be making less money, but I'd probably be much richer in family and
happiness.
Love. I have a couple of kids, little rascals running around. I got little noogies. I don't know. I might even have like 2 dogs. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll never know. But I'm very grateful for that village. I do sometimes I do think about stuff like that. Like, what if these paths never crossed?
Yeah.
What if a better path crossed? What if I had run into Mr. Beast on
this?
I don't know.
What if Mr. Beast was up on that perch? Yeah.
What if, I don't know, Critical was... No, it's cool. It's cool the way things work out sometimes.
Yeah.
And a small little quinky dink can lead to something so great.
Do you have anybody that like you met back in the day and then you were like, wow, I really should have fucking befriended them because they ended up being really big?
Sorry, I was trying to see. I kind of looked like Mystique first. Or I look a little like Nightcrawler from an X-Men comic. Yeah. Anyone I should... I don't like... I don't know. I mean, there's people I've talked to before that are like now really big, but like, I don't want to talk. I wouldn't... I've kept in contact with the people I genuinely like.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have changed it just to, be further ahead.
I am kind of not happy, but thankful that the people that I have chosen to antagonize over the years have all just quit YouTube and they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, you've got more like...
I got more... Woo! Thank God they didn't end up being like Critical or somebody really important.
Yeah, they could ruin me. They could ruin me. They could take me down quick.
There's definitely just like... During the Rust days, there was just like some people that I would get into like verbal arguments with a lot and shit on them. Yeah. And then like... now that I've gotten older, I'm like, why? Like, they could have ended up being like...
Probably some people that were called slurs and stuff. Thank God they didn't get a TV show. I mean... Woo! Close call.
I checked up on one recently. I was like, last uploaded like 2 years ago. We're good. We're all right.
How are my enemies doing right now?
They're doing horrible? Score!
Still bad.
Awesome.
Thank
God.
I haven't seen you guys at a TwitchCon in a while. Not going to be back anytime soon, right? Hey man, just checking in. Hope you're still rotting in fucking dirt. You've got
still,
no motion.
Still uninspired and a little bitch. Okay, good.
You still don't upload, right? Good.
Yeah.
I do. I actually love uploading. So.
Yeah, it's situations like that. I go like, dude, what was I thinking? Now I'm nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Unless I see you're failing, and then I dogpile you on the way out. Yeah.
And then if you have a resurgence, I'm like,
oh, I was joking.
It's a prank. Now I treat the trash man like the CEO, and I treat the CEO like the trash man. Now I treat everyone like I would treat a solicitor
or an REI employee.
Listen to you. Yeah, I'll hear you out. I'm not gonna necessarily be glad we're talking, but I'll be there.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you for sending in these awesome speak pipes.
One more. Who wants an encore? Come on.
One more.
Oh, is that literally the last one?
That one had such a positive ending. I was like,
oh yeah, you want to keep, because the next one's gonna be like, this guy's gay and that guy's stupid.
I mean, there's one left if you want to.
You figure out who's who. Yeah, let's do it.
My conspiracy theory is that I think the Olympics are fraudulent. I think nobody watches them.
Yeah, so never mind. We have none. Wrong.
Well, thanks for ruining the final send-off.
I ruined it. I was happy with
I'm talking about the guy.
Oh, the guy. Okay,
I'm talking about the guy that doesn't like the Olympics.
I was perfectly happy with the previous send-off, but
this is honestly. I'm honestly starting to forget what I actually look like.
Hit me with it.
And this is me. I don't know what you mean. I turned it off an hour ago. Oh, yes, my blue skin.
My face! Give me my face! You're like Rorschach. Where's my face?
I'm liking the way my room looks a lot more colorful. I'm getting a little Fairly Odd Parents thing with the hat.
I like Bart's eye is like a demon eye.
One of them
is like Terminator
weirder.
Or something.
I like when I turn this way, I get highlighting and I look, and then when I go this way, I become in shadow.
Yeah.
And if I scoot back.
Now smile. Eyes really big. Very nice. Your eyes look, wait, stall. That's the thumbnail. No, not the zooming. Go back. Go back. There. Your eyes are so tiny.
That looks like the guy from the Pringles cans about to kill you in a dark alley or something. That looks like Pringles man is come in the night.
Tiny eyes is great.
You like that? You like that, but you don't like my big mattress joke. Okay, I'm just trying to...
That rocks. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Next episode is possibly some sort of sleepover episode. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, get ready. If you're not a patron, you're not gonna miss out on the. You ever hear about a girl sleepover where they have a pillow fight and tell secrets, and you go, "Wow, I wish I was invited."
Well, two fellas are about to have a girl sleepover.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of secrets being told, and a lot of you will be talking about boys and other things.
One of us will.
I don't know. Scary stories and the works.
The works. I'll keep doing scary stories, and then Poob will be like, "But let's talk about boys."
Let's talk about Steve, because he actually was not just an incredible soccer player, but an incredible man. Yeah.
Wait, hey, you want to hear a true story from when I was visiting Poob? Audience, we were walking from a parking lot to a place to go eat lunch, and a very muscular shirtless man ran by. Poob pulls out his phone and takes a picture of him. And goes, "I know that guy. I'm gonna send him this picture." And I'm like, "Dude, whatever." Okay, whatever.
That guy.
He's like, "We call him the Golden God." I was like, "Does he know you?" And you're like, "Yeah, he knows me." Whatever, dude. He didn't say hi when you said, you were like, "Hey, Travis," or whatever.
That's not his name would never be Travis.
Guy just ran
he's got a much stronger name. But yeah, that guy we're friends, and he's actually engaged, okay, to a woman. But it was, maybe not great optics to take a picture of him as he ran by. But he's my friend, so I just thought it'd be funny to send him that picture. And he just happens to be very handsome. I like to surround myself with handsome men. Wait. Who doesn't? Okay, who doesn't? Have you seen Ocean's 11? Not a lot of uglies in that group.
The little tech guy, that writes the directions on his palm.
That's me.
And then he
You're
wipes on his forehead and then they're gone.
I'm the little tech guy. You don't think he likes, you think he hates hanging out with Brad Pitts and stuff? Nah. Doesn't mean he wants to bang him. That's all I'm going to say.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Not
and later.
No, but seriously.